All right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. Today we've got champions Chelsea taking on Liverpool. Chelsea with a perfect record so far. They'll be looking to keep that up today, but they are away at Liverpool and Liverpool have posed a difficult challenge to a few sides this season, Harry, so can they do that again today or are Chelsea too good?
Potentially so. It'll be very interesting to see. Obviously they've only lost one game and that was against Man City, which they did lead for the majority of the match. So Liverpool are going to cause Chelsea problems today. We know that. They're a very, very difficult side and they've started the season really well. But as you say, Liverpool start the season well. Chelsea have started even better. 5 wins, 6 wins, 5 wins from 5. What more could you want really if you're Sonia Bompastor? And they've been absolutely flying. They've rolled over teams. This will be an interesting game though to see whether Liverpool can put up a fight and try and do what they did last year really to Chelsea and get a very surprising win.
Yeah, and with consecutive trips to Merseyside, they'll be hoping that this is very similar to their trip last week, where they beat Everton 5-0 and in very convincing fashion. We do expect it to be a bit more of a difficult game, though. We've seen Liverpool put up a good fight against a few sides this season. Man City, probably the most notable example. I think Liverpool will be a bit frustrated by where they are in the table. I think there's games this season that they could have won. They could have taken more points from. And to only be, sixth in the table, fifth in the table with
sixth,
9 points, it's not... I think they could be higher than that.
Yeah, I do think so. As you say, it's one of those where they've only lost one game. That is brilliant, but the draw to Leicester could have been a win. The draw to West Ham could have been a win, and then suddenly you've got 4 more points there, and you've won 6. You've won 5 from 6, and you've only lost one game to Man City, and suddenly you're in the European places. They want to prove today, Liverpool, that they can challenge against the very best. They nearly beat Manchester City. They've got to try and do the same tonight. This afternoon, sorry, it's not evening yet. But I do think that there is a chance. Chelsea haven't looked perfect this season. I think defensively, they haven't looked perfect. Going forward, they've been absolutely formidable. And for me, there is no outcome here where Liverpool keep a clean sheet. Chelsea will score today. Feel that way. Liverpool got to try and cause Chelsea more problems defensively and try, if anything, outscore them. That's why they beat them last season, because it was they won 4-3 because it was that exact same reason. Chelsea could score goals and you couldn't stop them, but defensively they looked a little bit, they were falling apart a little bit, and Liverpool outscored them. That's the way they're going to win today. Yeah,
and I think it is worth noting that the last time these two sides met at Liverpool's ground, it was a win for Liverpool. That almost derailed Chelsea's title charge. Really should have derailed Chelsea's title charge if it wasn't for Stina Blackstenius.
Yeah.
So, I think that we can't underestimate the impact that Liverpool could have today and the threat they can pose to Chelsea if they turn up today. But we also can't underestimate just how good Chelsea have been this season. The way they have taken to life under Bompastor has been phenomenal, and they are definitely the favourites to claim a 6th back-to-back WSL, a 6th consecutive WSL title.
Yeah, definitely so. As you say, they've been absolutely incredible. In front of goal, been ruthless, have put teams to the sword, 7 past Palace, 5 past Tottenham, 5 past Everton. And even the defensive issues you feel have been ironed out over the last few weeks. I think Villa looked a bit shaky, Tottenham was a bit of a mess, but that was a weird game. Arsenal wasn't convincing, but you look at that Everton game, I think today will be a teller of where Chelsea are as a defensive structure. Because I think the Everton game, yes, they look much more solid, but Everton can't hit a barn door with a banjo at the moment, and they haven't hurt anyone. So I do think if Liverpool cause Chelsea problems, there'll be questions of that Chelsea back line. If Chelsea look solid today, then I think we can say not only do they look complete going forward, they also look complete at the back.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, again, as you say, Liverpool are a team that we've seen score against Manchester City, score in some games this season, so they have been very good. Let's have a look then at the lineups for today's game. We, of course, will start with Liverpool side since they are at home. It's the St Helens Stadium, which feels like a cardinal sin to play at rugby ground, but we will get over it. And we'll start with the Liverpool side. It looks like a 3-5-2 for Matt Beard's outfit. In goal, it's Rachel Laws. A back three of Clark, Bonner and Gemma Evans, which is something I think Chelsea will be looking to take advantage of today. In that midfield 5, it's Fisk, Herbinger, Holland, Matthews and Taylor Hines, fresh off a double in her last appearance. And a front line of Kiernan and the star player for Liverpool this season, really, Olivia Smith. Let's talk star players then. Notably, Olivia Smith, as I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Harry, how much threat can she pose Chelsea today?
I think a lot. And as I said, if Liverpool can cause Chelsea problems, it is going to be probably Sophia Smith causing those issues. She's looked really sharp since she joined Liverpool in the summer. She scored that incredible goal against Man City and has really got involved. And I think that's what Liverpool needed. Not only her goal output and her threat when she's the one taking the chances, but the link up that we've seen her have, not only with Haug, but also more recently with Kiernan or whoever's played up front with her. And I do think that is crucial. The link up play for Liverpool looks stronger up front with Sophia Smith in there. Olivia Smith, not Sophia Smith.
If it was Sophia Smith,
that
then
would be, yeah.
I would believe they've got a huge threat today.
Yeah, that would be. But yeah, I do think that Smith will cause issues, and Chelsea have got to be aware of that, especially a Chelsea back line for me that does lack a bit of pace today. There's a chance for Olivia Smith to get on the score sheet.
I do think her impact has become lessened since they lost Roman Haug. I think they've not really... Liverpool haven't really got anyone now to aim for with that ball. Kiernan's a good striker, but her hold-up isn't akin to that of Roman Haug. So I do think that is a bit of a loss, but Smith's still a magical player, and if you can get her in some dangerous areas, she will test Chelsea today. She'll test Hannah Hampton. Let's have a look then at the Chelsea side. It's the usual 4-2-3-1 for the Blues. In goal, Hannah Hampton retains her spot. She started every WSL game this season. It's a back four of Bronze, Buchanan, Bright and Baltimore. The fullbacks coming back into the side after being rested against Everton. So the pivot of Sjoeke Nusken and Erin Cuthbert. On the right-hand side, it's Chelsea's best player, arguably this season, in Carnaleed. On the left-hand side, Gura Wrighton also enjoying a purple patch. In attack midfield, it's Amano, and leading the line, it's Mayra Ramirez, who again was rested against Everton. So Chelsea rotated last time out. They've gone a bit stronger here. Does that make sense to you, Harry?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think so. Liverpool are a much better side than Everton are right now, and yeah, Chelsea bringing back the stronger players and what we've kind of seen is the full strength side with injuries and things. So would expect another solid performance. I think going forwards, the front four has looked absolutely incredible. Ramirez, we know, is a brute, and her versus Bonner is probably a key battle in today's result. If Ramirez can get the better of the centre half and try and just get her weight about as she usually does and bully players off the ball, Liverpool are going to struggle. I think, as you say, Conread, Wrighton have looked absolutely brilliant. Hamano has looked really sharp. With this run of games that she's got due to Lauren James's absence, and I think that front four has played superbly all season, and once again up against that back three, well, it probably looked like back five for the majority of the game for Liverpool. It will be interesting because we know Liverpool can be hard to break down. It took City 60 odd minutes to find their first goal, but it could be similar things today in terms of Liverpool sit deep. The way City won that game because Khadija Shaw bullied her way through could be very similar in terms of we could see Amara Ramirez pick up the ball, bully her way through and get Chelsea on the score sheet. But Liverpool will be aware of that. They will know it will be very difficult to keep her quiet, but they'll find a way to do it. They'll hope to find a way to do it.
I do think the one area that Liverpool would have had an advantage over Chelsea potentially is midfield, but I think without Fuka Nagano, that's going to be really difficult. With Matthews in there, you're just a bit too defensive. You don't have someone like Nagano who can progress that ball. They've also got no parry at right wing back with Fisk, who we saw offer attacking contributions last time out, but against someone like Chelsea, I'm just not sure she's a strong enough attacking player to offer that same sort of threat. So that will be interesting to see. Yeah,
definitely so. I do think that it's going to be... I'm really intrigued to see how this game's going to go because we've seen it be so competitive. Chelsea have had with these kind of mid-table teams like your Aston Villas and co and Arsenal right now. Chelsea has been close games, and I think Liverpool will hope to do the same today. They've got to keep the main players for Chelsea quiet. I do think on that midfield point, it's another start for Nusken and Cuthbert. These two players seem to be playing every single minute for Chelsea this season, which you'd think that Sonia Bompastor would want to try and even out across the season. So I'll be intrigued to see how they do today. I do think, though, that for Liverpool, it is very much about just sit deep, pack yourselves in, and just try and hold Chelsea back for as long as possible, really.
Yeah, indeed. A few messages in chat, so let's go through them. Lucky, welcome to the stream. Says, hello, lads. One of the toughest away grounds for us, aside from the Emirates. I'm anxious. Liverpool with 6 defenders. That's an interesting point. I don't think we were fazed, though, by the Emirates crowd. I think we're interested to see what sort of threat today poses. Obviously Chelsea lost this game last season. That's something to bear in mind. But overall, I think this is a different Chelsea team, and they haven't been fazed yet by any opposition. So I think that's something to note. But as you say, that could be quite difficult. Chelsea fans saying, hi, good to see you. Saying we need to win every game if we want to beat Man City for the title because City looks so good. Very true. FPL Bailey getting involved in chat as well, saying morning or afternoon, gents. It is, still the morning now. Yeah. But we will be swiftly moving into the afternoon. But yeah, as Chelsea fans says, City look fairly flawless. They look brilliant on Friday night again. it looks like it's going to be really close. Obviously, Chelsea City coming up this Saturday. I'm very excited. We've just got our tickets sorted for that, so that is good. But yeah, that's going to be a really good game. Is that going to decide, or will that have any impact on the title, or is it still too early to call it?
Oh, a massive impact. Because if one side goes ahead, then that is absolutely crucial. But it's as crucial as today's result, because if Chelsea drop points here, then suddenly it means that if Chelsea don't win next Saturday, they could be 2 wins off Manchester City, and that would be absolutely crucial. So every result at the moment, every result is as big as each other. But those games against your title rivals, not only do you gain 3 points if you win, but it's also that incentive. You've beaten them, you've got one over them, and that can be crucial come the end of the season. But yeah, there's a lot on Chelsea here to respond to Man City. I think on Friday night, that was probably their best performance of the season. That was the first time they looked very ruthless in front of goal. They actually, Tottenham didn't cause
I would say Barcelona was a more impressive performance, but in the WSL, I agree.
The WSL,
against Tottenham, that
definitely
was a very impressive.
Barcelona was phenomenal, but that was for different reasons. In terms of, I think against Tottenham, they completely killed Tottenham off, and Tottenham didn't cause any problems.
I would argue that is somewhat to do with Tottenham.
That
Tottenham
is also
not playing very well at the moment.
That is, but then you count that, you'd say Chelsea's best performance was probably the Crystal Palace game, but that was also down to Crystal Palace not being very good. Yes. Yeah, but again, it's one of those. But yeah, Chelsea need to respond today. They can't afford to drop any points, as you say, Chelsea fan. But Liverpool are going to make it tough. They're a side in form. They're a side playing very well. Matt Beard knows how to. We've seen this from Liverpool before. We've seen this from Matt Beard. They're very, very good at setting his team up for one particular game. And if they get that right today, they could cause Chelsea a lot of issues. Yeah. And if I'll be intrigued to see how I think the wing backs would also be out wide areas is absolutely key today, because I think Hines especially looks phenomenal going forwards. Obviously, he scored the double last week, but as we know, defensively, we know Hines can struggle sometimes. So that will be very, very key to see if she can avoid the mistakes, stay tucked in, and keep the Chelsea wingers as quiet as possible.
The other thing I want to mention with Chelsea is obviously a big fixture schedule coming up, because they've got Champions League games either side of the Man City clash and then the United game before the international break, where teams like City and Arsenal won't be playing that weekend. So packed out schedule now. How do they manage that with regard to injuries and fitness? And
it is hard.
rotation?
It is hard because you have to rotate, but every game is as crucial as the other. So you don't want to if you favour one, then you risk dropping points in the other one, which is they've gone full strength today, but that means that in the Champions League you'd expect it to get weaker, which is always risky.
I don't think Celtic will be too big an issue.
Oh yeah, Celtic won't be an issue.
Chelsea should have that with a rotated side. The only issue is Hermano has been a staple of that team. She's now in the first team because of injuries. So it'll be interesting to see who actually lines up for Chelsea on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and I think Celtic probably makes it much easier. If it was Real Madrid, home and away, that would be a lot more difficult. Yeah. Because that would make things interesting. But realistically, Chelsea, I'd expect to go very weak against Celtic, and then play the full strength against City. Yeah. But they've got to win today, because if they end up behind City before they play, that could cause a lot of issues going into next Saturday. But Liverpool, they won't make this easy. They're a good side, and if they win today, they go very close to the European places.
Well, that is the other thing to note. Yeah, Liverpool 6th in the league. After Arsenal's big win, they'll be hoping 3 points here can take them back to level on points with Arsenal. If Manchester United win later, then they'll go back ahead of all of them. But either way, they're in a fairly comfortable position. Tottenham behind them aren't really meriting their 7 points. They've been somewhat fortuitous in how they've amassed those. If Liverpool can nick a win or something here today, I think they'll be quite pleased with that. But even if they don't, they're still in a decent position in the table. I think it'll be the other results this season, like drawing with West Ham, that will really frustrate them.
Because that's the thing, even with those
Palace as well, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, yes, they did. So that wasn't very good. But even if they, I think even with those draws, they lose today, they can still say that they've only lost to Chelsea and City this season. And they've got points against everybody else. That is a very good start. They do that over the season, they would only lose 4 games. And that would be incredible.
And if they stop drawing to teams in the bottom 4, they'll be all right.
I mean, obviously they haven't played Arsenal or Manchester United, so that'll be interesting. But it's a strong start for Liverpool, and they want to keep that. If they keep that up, they could find themselves at the very sharp end of the table.
And they did play United in the Conti Cup, which they lost.
They did lose
something
that.
to note as well. But yeah, predictions then, because the players have finished them 1 minute silence in honour of those who died in the World Wars for Remembrance Weekend. So let's get some predictions then. Harry, chat, make sure to get involved, but we'll start here in the studio. Harry, what is your prediction for today's game?
I am going to go for Chelsea. I think they will take the win. I do think quality, I think it'll be very similar to the Liverpool City game in terms of quality will prevail in the end, but Liverpool will make it very, very difficult. I'll go same result as well. I'll go Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2. I think it'll be Chelsea to open the scoring though, and it'll be a Guro right and goal. I think Liverpool will then level up through a corner. It'll be a Clark header from a corner to make it level just before the break, and then I'll go for a Chelsea winner from I'll go Canary quite late in the game in the second half to dash the hopes of Liverpool getting a point and Chelsea taking a big win.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this will be slightly more comfortable for Chelsea than you predicted. I think this will be a 3-0 win. I think it'll be another one where they go 1-0 up fairly early on through Jonah Wright and Connor Eads. The rest of the first half, not a lot to speak about. And then in the second half, I think we'll see goals from Ramirez and from Beaver Jones off the bench. Yeah. And then that'll complete a 3-0 win. It'll be one of those where in the second half, they have a lot more possession, a lot more chances, and look like a proper attacking unit rather than...
fair enough.
In the first half, they often look quite slow. I think we'll see that again today. But it's going to be Liverpool who get us started before kick-off. They take a knee and a stand against all forms of discrimination, and then we'll get underway. It is Olivia Smith to get us started for Liverpool. Knocks the ball back, and we are underway here. It's the St Helens Stadium. It's Liverpool versus Chelsea in match week 7 of the WSL season. And the ball is back immediately with Laws. Now moved out wide, but back to Laws again. Here is Evans.
Making it very difficult for their goalkeeper there. They knocked it.
And they're picked off very high up the field here. Chelsea almost making something happen. The Liverpool just didn't look comfortable.
Really bizarre start. They've gone back to the goalkeeper, but everyone stayed high. So Laws is, in order to play out the back, she's had to play a 15-yard pass.
I think they're expecting that ball to go high, but it is Liverpool going forwards now. Ball for Smith to chase, and she will get there. Olivia Smith breaking in behind here, but Buchanan with a crucial tackle. Smith down in some discomfort, but that was a fantastic tackle. Smith is all right. Well
recovered from Buchanan, but again, we're seeing that pace difference that I talked about. The Chelsea back line with Buchanan and Bright lacked a bit of pace in there. They make up for it with brilliant interceptions like that from Khadijah Buchanan, but if Smith can keep getting the wrong side of these Chelsea centre-halves, she is going to cause problems today.
Yeah.
And now they've won themselves a corner, and they've got a good... They pack a punch from set pieces, Liverpool. They've got some good aerial threat, and they will look to cause Chelsea an issue here. Saying that, Chelsea have got Millie Bright, so she might...
So we'll be herbing up to put this into the box, then headed on by Baltimore Falls for Taylor Hines, and her goal-scoring exploits in recent weeks shouldn't be forgotten as that one is blocked. Thought she dragged it wide, but there was a block in there.
Yeah, was heading goalwards, took a nick off. I think it was Myra Ramirez who managed to jump in the way of it.
And that's the confidence a couple goals can give you there.
Yeah.
Not a bad strike from Hines, blocked only by Ramirez.
Fell to her nicely. Or might have been Gura actually. Someone got a touch in there. But not bad. That's what I mean. It just fell nicely to her. On her weak foot, wasn't a terrible let. It would have been on target without that little, very, very minor touch from Guro, but it was enough to steer it wide. Another Liverpool corner. They're putting the pressure on early.
That's a ball in on the keeper. Hampton deals with it well, though. And now Carnegie will look to break out of her own penalty area here. Forced backwards, though, by the high pressure of Holland. Gives it to Bronze, and Chelsea can look to play out Hermano. Now Nusken. Nusken sends that for Ramirez to chase, and Ramirez breaking in behind here for Chelsea. Muscles off Clark. Takes it past Bonner. Takes aim. It's blocked. Falls back to Ramirez. Now Hermano. Hermano to Ramirez. Ramirez poor touch, and it's cleared away by Fisk. Feels like Ramirez has got to do more with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we talked about in the build-up, though. Ramirez getting either side of the centre-half and just bullying her way through, but it was well recovered by Clark and Bonner. But as you say, I think Ramirez was a bit undecided in what to do and just made it slightly easier for them. But a crucial block in there. Action at either ends in the first 3 minutes. It's what you want to see from a football game.
Yeah, indeed. Here is Lucy Bronze. That's a good interception from Holland, forcing it out of play. Chelsea throwing now on the near side.
And it's the two issues we predicted were going to happen for both teams. That Smith's pacing behind would cause Chelsea issues, and Ramirez's brute strength would cause Liverpool issues.
Now, the other issue there is that they managed to drag Bonner out of position.
Yeah.
Which then leaves Evans and Clark, who are slightly less physical and slightly less able to deal with the presence and the threat posed by Ramirez.
Yeah. That also happened because Taylor Hines went running off. chasing the ball.
It's also an issue. Bronze. That's a ball in behind. Again, looking for Ramirez over hit, though, and claimed easily by Laws.
Chelsea have got to realise that ball has to go into Ramirez. It's not Aggie. If it's Aggie Jones, you go over the top. If Ramirez, you play into her feet and get her to hold it up for the oncoming runners. Ramirez, I mean, she might be a little bit quicker than
But also,
Bonner,
you can't play in behind a 5-back with much joy. And Smith has got away from Buchanan again here. That long ball over the top, clumsy defending from Bronze, but she gets away with the hands on the back there. Buchanan has conceded a corner. No, it's out for a goal kick.
But again, that's the second time it's gone over the top, and it's a foot race between Buchanan and Smith. And
Smith's going to win it every time.
Yeah, Smith will win that foot race, and she got there again. And I think she made the wrong decision. I think she's trying to buy a penalty. I really do. She backs herself into Bronze, and I think, she's looking for it a little bit too much.
But
I think.
The thing is, I think if she goes across Bronze there, she gets that penalty.
Yeah, rather.
Because Bronze either has to foul her or let her run.
Yeah.
Carnery plays that in behind. Chance for Hermano to run onto. She will get there, Mako Hermano. Bonner was slightly clumsy defending, but she gets away with it. Carnery whips it in there, and it's cleared away by Bonner. Here's Cuthbert. Nusken, Cuthbert.
Yeah, Bonner
Goes
got away.
Back to Buchanan.
Bonner got away with one there. Hermano got in behind her, and it was on the line. Didn't pull her back, but kind of put her hands on her, slowed her down a bit, and just got away with one there, you feel.
Herbinger to Clark. Clark goes back to Laws.
Fast start though, very fast start to this game. Again, we've seen from Liverpool up against the big sides for the last couple of years. They're not one of those teams that feel afraid of them. They will take the game to the best sides in the league.
Evan goes long, and that's flicked on by Smith, and Kiernan will run in behind here. Bright keeps up with her though. Kiernan waiting for some support, looks to cut inside. Good defending from Buchanan. And good refereeing there, because Kiernan went down and that could have been given, but it was a clean tackle and a good tackle from Khadijah Buchanan. Yeah,
it's really interesting because Liverpool are winning that initial ball over the top. They're going to run onto it. They're going to win the foot race. But it's Chelsea's recoveries that are helping them massively.
But this is the surprising thing, is I've not seen any team be able to successfully hold the ball up against this Chelsea defence or be able to get those flick-ons. But we're seeing Kiernan win headers. We're seeing Smith sell the dummy to Buchanan and then creating space in behind for her to run into. And that's the difference today, is Liverpool creating that space in behind. And once you get Bright or you get Buchanan into a foot race, especially against Olivia Smith, Smith's going to win it.
Yeah.
And so it's whether Chelsea can then regroup as a team. Now, if Bronze can get back in time, then it's a different question because she is quicker than those two and she will be able to recover much more consistently.
Yeah.
But it is a real issue at the moment for Chelsea. It's pace along that back line, especially with how high Baltimore pushes up, which is part of the tactic, and how high Bronze pushes up, which is not.
Chelsea get away with it because, like Buchanan did in the first minute, she can get back and put in a phenomenal tackle and win all of the ball.
Baltimore goes back to Hampton. Now Buchanan. Chelsea looking to come down this right-hand side then. Ball into Bronze. Bronze, no option down the line. So we'll go back again to Buchanan. And now Hampton. Chelsea just slowing it down quite a bit at the minute. And Nusken's dropped in. That'll allow Hampton to go long. Looking for Carnery. Hines doesn't deal with it. And here is Joanna Wright in Carnery. Up against Hines. We'll cut it back to Hermano. Takes aim. And forces a good stop out of Laws. Good football from Chelsea there. And it's really smart stuff. We see the front line for Chelsea very high. It stretches Liverpool. We see Nusken drop in and just drag midfielders forwards. And then Hines just doesn't deal with that ball over the top. Carnery does well. You feel she could have taken Hines on here and tried to get a shot away herself. But it's a good cut back to Hermano. And if it weren't for Laws' good save, that would have been a goal. Yeah, very much. It's the key battle we spoke about in the build-up. Carnery versus Hines. And Carnery gets the better of it, which is what we expected. And it was a good strike from Hermano. Did well to keep that down and hit the target from there. Corner played short. Guro to Hermano. Guro gets it back again. Lifts it in there. It might just go in. It's hooked away. Ramirez strikes blocked. And it's going to spill out to Cuthbert now. Ball back into the box. Headed away by Holland. But it's going to go straight back to Cuthbert. Huge intervention. Chelsea will look to recycle. Huge intervention from Gemma Bonner there. Because that Guro cross would have ended up going in itself. Everyone just missed it. Yeah. Because they were too focused on stopping Chelsea players hitting it. They didn't focus on the ball. And Gemma Bonner did at the last moment. Messy one from Liverpool, but they've gotten away with it.
And this is why Chelsea want to slow it down, because Liverpool will be happy with a basketball kind of game. Because like it was in the reverse fixture last season where they can just try and outscore Chelsea. If Chelsea slow it down and get a rhythm going, Liverpool will find it much more difficult to get into this game.
Clumsy from Hermano. Hines drove faster. Hermano bringing her down.
And again, I think Taylor Hines in attacking areas causes issues for all teams in the league.
She can.
And she's done well there. Just knocks the ball past Hermano. It's a little bit soft, but you know there's enough contact to cause a foul. But Liverpool wanting to move it very quickly. They want to keep this game
forward from Evans. Header on by Bronze, Kiernan. And that's one back in there by Carnegie. Quickly dispossessed, but it does fall to Buchanan. So Chelsea now can look to exercise some control. Bright. Guro goes back to Bright. Now Cuthbert turns out and finds Nusken. Nusken has options on this right-hand side. Finds Carnegie. Can she pick out a teammate? Goes to Lucy Bronze. Bronze without a forward option. Has Nusken in support. Hasn't used Nusken and loses possession in there.
Oh,
and is fortunate to get a free kick for it.
Very lucky.
Don't know what Bronze is doing there.
No, Holland's got all of the ball. And that's not a great decision from the referee. But yeah, Chelsea will take it and Bronze will take it. Yeah, Holland gets all
doesn't even
but
touch Bronze.
Yeah, that's a poor decision. And Chelsea now got a chance from this free kick to cause some issue. I thought the referee was taking it for a minute. But Guro does eventually turn up to strike the ball.
In.
Yeah, chance then for Chelsea now to get the better of Liverpool in the air. And this is where Chelsea can cause problems. Get it in the Liverpool penalty area and just cause some carnage. Look what Tottenham did, and Liverpool scored 2 own goals from it.
Guro Wrighton
Ooh.
puts it in there. Bright flicks it on. Baltimore won't be able to get there.
I'll tell you what, that had so much curve on it that it looked for the time it was in the air, it looked like it was a terrible delivery.
Well, I thought it was aimed for Baltimore.
Yeah,
back
potentially.
Post, and then it looked like it maybe aimed for Bright to flick on to Baltimore, and it was just over here. If we see that chance again, then yeah, really good defending from Bonner. Then a big block in there from Clark, I think it is on the deck. And that denies Myra Ramirez or Guro Wrighton for making it 1-0 Chelsea.
And that's what I spoke about, confusion in the area. Liverpool are really good at getting in front of things. But as we've seen that season, that can also mean that you get in front of something and stick it in your own net.
And another ball in behind, causing Chelsea issues. Kiernan now has an option to square it. She doesn't look up and Bright forces her wide.
It's good defending from Millie Bright, but Kiernan has to look up.
Hines into Holland. Here's Kiernan. Nusken stands her ground. Kiernan goes back to Holland. Ball swung into the box. Buchanan deals. Hermano wins it back then on the edge and Chelsea can look to play out. What is Lucy Bronze doing? She goes back to Hampton and Chelsea can now play out.
Yeah, that long ball is causing Chelsea so many issues. Is Natalie Bjorn on the bench for Chelsea? Because that could be
on now.
Yeah, that could be a key player that could change this game. Because but also it is notably it's always down this left hand side where
it's up against Buchanan.
Yeah, up against Keisha Buchanan.
Well, because they know it's more likely that Bright will win that header. I imagine.
And also because of how high Baltimore plays, if you then drag Bright across, there is so much space just left in the penalty area.
Yeah.
There was there and Kiernan didn't see it.
Yeah, so they're targeting initially this right-hand side of Chelsea's defence or the left-hand side of the pitch for Liverpool because they know that's where Khadija Buchanan is more likely to get outpaced, more likely to get out-jumped, and where Lucy Bronze is more likely to get caught out. And then that will leave space because Bright has to come across and Baltimore, as part of the tactic, plays very high.
And suddenly, even you've taken 3 defenders out of the back 4 out of the game.
And it's just Millie Bright stood in the penalty area on her own.
Which sometimes works.
And she's still dealt with it, so... Ramirez did well here to get the opportunity, but the ball in the box could have been better. Easy claim for Rachel Laws. Chelsea fans says, come on Chelsea. I think they need that encouragement. It's been a lacklustre start. Baltimore having to clamber over or lean over the sideboard there.
I know people said we were quite a harsh judgment of Chelsea so far this season, but this is why. Because I think that some of the results have overall flattered Chelsea. I think attacking areas, they're justified, but I think as an overall performance, especially defensively, I think some of the results do favour Chelsea slightly.
I think if you watch Chelsea and not just the scoreboard, you'll see they've not been as convincing this season as it perhaps looks.
Yeah.
I think if you just take the results, sure, Chelsea have been brilliant. They've conceded the second least in the league and they've scored the most. You can't argue against that. They've got a perfect record. But I think if you watch the games and you see they're not controlling them as much as they perhaps should or could or should, I think you could see that there are still some gaps that Chelsea need to fix.
When you factor that, sorry, I'm just doing some maths. 17 goals were scored against 3 opponents. I think that does also show a little bit more in terms of.
Well, the other opponent was Arsenal, and the 1-0 win against.
They played 4
and
games.
the 1-0 win 5 games, and then the 1-0 win against Aston Villa,
which was opening day.
Where they weren't good at all.
No,
but that teething issues were expected. It was the first game for Bompastor in the WSL, and De Paul's side did well.
Yeah. And I also do think
since Chelsea have got better and Villa have got worse. It's just been a weird trajectory. In that game, we were left going, our Chelsea not as good as we thought, our Villa brilliant, and now, 5 weeks on, our Chelsea brilliant and our Villa in the relegation fight.
It shows how key result is over performance. Because if Villa had actually won that game, it could be such a different position for both teams.
Yeah. Here's Shokanuskan. Lifts it to Sonia Bompastor. Now Guro Wrighton flicks it into the box. Chance for Ramirez. Headed away by Bonner. Bonner hits the deck, but there's nothing wrong with that. Now Baltimore. Bright. Nuskan. Goes back to Buchanan. Just want to keep hitting that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. That is very true. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the show. And hit that like button as well to show you're enjoying it. Hermano, now Bronze, looks to flick it on. And that's headed away. And now here come Liverpool. Holland tries to play that in behind. Bright will get there, though, to stop Kiernan breaking in behind. But Liverpool have posed a huge threat.
Yeah.
And especially because Chelsea play such a high line, it means that there is space to exploit in behind, and Liverpool do have pace in attacking areas.
That's so there. If Holland puts more on it, it is 2-on-2 with Smith and Kiernan versus Buchanan and Bright, because Bronze and Baltimore are so far hard at the pitch.
Carnered will drive inside, looking dangerous here. Has options left or right. Goes to Guro right, and Baltimore on the overlap. She'll find her now with the pass through. Baltimore takes aim. It's saved and cleared away by Clark.
But then on the flip side, but when Baltimore plays that high, because there it was a 4-on-3 for Chelsea. So it's a really, when it is this kind of basketball end-to-end stuff.
A messy challenge from Fisk on Brighton, but it does fall out. To Baltimore. She'll put it in the box now. Guro right over everyone though, and that should bounce out for a Liverpool goal kick.
Yeah, this end-to-end stuff is kind of giving both sides quite a few chances to cause some issues for the opposition. It will, for me, the result of this game could definitely be a case of who scores first.
The noticeable thing is Chelsea struggling here against a side that play 2 strikers, because they go player for player in the back line, because Bronze refuses to sit in a back 3. So it does mean that Chelsea are very prone to counter-attacks.
Yeah.
You look at every other team they've played this season, it's been 1 striker. Yeah. Which means that Buchanan and Bright, one can sort of mark, one cover.
Yeah.
Whereas with 2 strikers, they've both got a mark. There's no one covering them, and if they lose that initial contact, they lose that header, they're not going to recover back.
Yeah.
Because they're not as quick as Smith and Kiernan. So it is causing issues at the moment for Chelsea. Now the thing is, Chelsea, because they're playing so aggressively, Chelsea could score, and that then negates any sort of issue, because Chelsea should be able to outscore Liverpool today. But the longer they don't score, the more chance that Liverpool take the lead, and then who knows what happens from there.
The positive for Chelsea will be that when it comes down to that ruthlessness, Hannah Hampton hasn't had to make a save yet. Law's had to make 3 or 4. So the difference is when Chelsea come forward, they're testing the goalkeeper. When Liverpool are coming forward, they're not quite getting that shot away. They're not quite putting pressure on Hannah Hampton just yet. Yeah.
I think the other thing, the reason Liverpool are doing well, though, is that when you look at teams that have struggled against Chelsea, the biggest thing they've had, and I noticed this a lot against when they played Everton last weekend, was that 1, defensive errors, and we've not seen any yet from Liverpool. They've been really good at dealing with everything thrown at them. And 2, it's that holding the ball in attacking areas.
Yeah.
The reason Everton were under so much pressure was because they'd clear the ball away and they'd immediately lose it, or they'd try and play out from the back and they'd immediately lose it. And that just means Chelsea are able to keep them under pressure and have a sustained period of control. and then eventually, the opposition are going to succumb to that pressure.
Yeah.
Whereas because Liverpool are able to effectively move the ball forwards and stop being under pressure, it means that they can then have a momentary respite and have relief and then potentially attack. But Chelsea are coming forwards here now. Myra Ramirez pokes it through to Carnareid. Nice ball here. Chelsea 3-on-4. But that is dealt with. Brilliant defending from Gemma Evans there, who got across well. Cuthbert now could look to create an opportunity. Plays it through to Carnareid. Carnareid into the box. It's headed away. It's going to fall for Cuthbert. Great defending from Holland, but Chelsea will recycle it. Bronze now. Goes to Carnareid. Fantastic turn inside. And a pass inside to Hermano. Hermano now goes to Nusken. Nusken to Bright. Chelsea are very high here. Baltimore. Wrighton. Ball into the box. Not finding Ramirez in there, but it will spill out to a Chelsea shirt. Cuthbert on the edge. Takes aim, but it's over the bar.
Yeah, and that's where, there you go. That's that pressure building. Chelsea move from side to side and they get a shot away eventually. But Liverpool dealing with things very well so far. I have to say, I think the midfield has looked really, really strong. Especially Holland in there is a really, really good game. But I think one player that hasn't quite got involved yet, would you say, is probably Hobinger? Haven't really got her on the ball.
It doesn't feel like her kind of game.
It isn't. No, it's just long ball and.
But if they do pick her out, or if they can get her on the ball, she will be able to move that ball forward quite effectively. Poor pass from Liverpool.
Whoa,
poor pass from Bronze.
Let off for Matthews.
But it's one back heart the field here by Cuthbert, who will keep it alive. Brilliant from Erin Cuthbert. Now Carnareid to Cuthbert could deliver. Will go back instead though. Here's Bronze, and she's lost possession. It's one back by Kiernan. And we see the weak link strike again in the Chelsea armour. I'm not sure. That's two misplaced passes there. Two easy dispossessions from Lucy Bronze.
When you lose the ball
in a great position.
Yeah, when you lose the ball that hard at the pitch, not only do you waste chances, but you leave yourself very vulnerable.
So it's Liverpool in possession at the moment. Evans. Bonner. Plays it across to Clark. Clark will go down the line. Finds Olivia Smith, who holds onto it well. That's over forceful from Millie Bright there.
Silly from Bright. Smith's going absolutely nowhere with that touch. Her touch let her down a little bit, Olivia Smith, and she had to track back a couple of yards.
But I don't think it's too bad, because the problem is here, if Bright lets Smith turn, she's gone.
And that is I guess that is.
If Smith does get that turn there, Bright either has to foul her and pull her back, which is more likely to be a yellow card.
Yeah.
Or let her go and then she's driving towards goal.
Yeah, fairs. And again, there's a lot of set piece in this game. This is where Hobinger can get involved.
Yeah, indeed, and we've seen that a few times this season.
Yeah,
where those set pieces have been really deadly for Liverpool, and the Tottenham game in particular. There was a penalty goal and an assist from a set piece, I think, from Herbinger in that game.
It was a free kick.
Oh yeah, of course. There you go.
She puts up corner.
Lots of free kick threat. One back in there by Baltimore. They tried from routine to go down the line to Holland, but Baltimore really good defending. Just sees it out for a goal
That was
kick.
A bit obvious because they literally stopped the game to have a chat between Hobinger and Holland. You've got to be a little bit more secretive about that, Liverpool. Because they went and had a chat and Baltimore went, hang on a minute, she's going to pass to her then.
She's going to do that.
Yeah. Got to be a little... If you're going to try a routine...
I wonder what they're talking about. Holland from range, and that is a wayward effort.
She had a good game, but that was not a good shot.
No. Speculative, to say the least.
Yeah.
Speculative if the question is there anyone in this stand?
Oh, yeah. Not causing any problems for anyone there. But, yeah, Liverpool have looked really good. And Liverpool always surprise me because when you think about games like the Tottenham game and the Palace game, where they looked so poor defensively, like the amount of defensive errors in both those games were off the charts. But today, in Man City, they haven't put a foot wrong so far.
Yeah.
It's just surprising how one team can go from scoring 2 own goals in a game.
Clumsy.
Yeah, Clark kind of just chasing Gurra Wright all the way back to her own 6-yard own penalty area, and eventually fouling her. She's going absolutely nowhere. There's no to do whatever that was. Push her over.
Stick one on her there.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just that they're hyper focused in games like these against the top sides, whereas
essentially
because there is if they've lost the ball here in a dangerous position, Liverpool chance. Laid off to Herbinger by Smith. Good block there. Good interception, by Buchanan. Now Chelsea will look to come forwards. Guro Wrighton finds Sonia Baltimore. Not a convincing pass, but it goes to Cuthbert and Chelsea can come forwards. Sjoka Nusken. Nusken has a wide option in Bronze. Bronze lets it run to Carnareid. Now back to Bronze. Connery makes the run beyond. Doesn't back herself to pull off that pass. Goes to Hamano, who bounces it back to Bronze. Now Buchanan, Bronze. And that's blocked by Hines, who is now in some discomfort, I think, after blocking that ball forwards from Lucy Bronze.
But again, Liverpool doing well to get back in. And that was a good opportunity for them there where they won the ball back again. And you felt Smith could have got a shot off, but as you say, key interception from Buchanan.
Connery, Hamano tries to play that in behind towards Baltimore, but Fisk gets there. Nuskan's not happy about. No, sorry, Gurin's not happy about something.
Go want that ball direct, but rather than Hamano went for the ambitious pass, it didn't pay off. But if it does pay off, suddenly they're in.
Baltimore, Hamano, Baltimore. Hamano does really well to keep that on the field. Now flicks it to Baltimore. Nuskan. Chelsea got them pinned in. Sorry, Liverpool got Chelsea pinned in on this side. And they're forced all the way back to Hannah Hampton. Now Buchanan. Bronze. A touch takes her forwards, and Chelsea will look to attack Hamano. Now Carnareed. They're going to come inside. Ramirez tries to turn a defender, but can't. Is now forced back to Bronze. Poor pass, but she gets away with it as Hines fails to intercept. Nuskan. Bronze. Here's Ramirez. Not the position you'd want my Ramirez in here, trying to attack down the line. Gemma Evans gets a touch, stopping her coming inside, but causing a corner.
Crucial touch that, though, because if Ramirez gets past her, either it's going to be a penalty or Ryan Ramirez is charging down your 6-yard box. So Smart's not out for a corner.
Either way, it's not a good situation.
No, you don't mean either of those positions. But it has been a slow game. But Liverpool, that's exactly what Liverpool are trying to do. Don't let Chelsea get into a rhythm, because when they get into a rhythm, they stick 5 past you. That's a good ball in though, but just about dealt with by Little, not quite.
Going to fall to Conrad on the edge, but her touch is poor. And it's one back in there by Liverpool. Bronze flicks it over her head. Ramirez unable to win the header. Baltimore gets the second ball though. Good challenging again from Cherry Holland. She's been everywhere tonight, and here come Liverpool. Tonight it's 12:30, almost 1 o'clock. Sorry, here's Smith. Herbinger.
No, it just does well.
But Liverpool are still going now. Hines finds Holland, just about keeps it in play. Now looking to run at Bronze, ball into the box, and that is headed all. I don't know who that came off there.
I think Fisk headed it backwards. Brilliant from Holland again, though. As you said, she made a tackle in the right-hand side corner of her own pitch, and by the time they've attacked, she's down in the left-hand side corner. It's incredible, covering every blade of grass.
Yes, it's been excellent.
And that, it was a great ball in, and Fisk cleared it rather than scoring, which isn't ideal.
Mick, EJ, welcome to the stream. Waving in chat. If you're watching along, do get involved in the stream chat. Give us your thoughts on the first 26 minutes here.
First, they give us all a
wave. St Helens Stadium. You're welcome to give us all a wave if you want. Appreciate the wave, Mick, EJ. Chelsea coming forwards now, and that is a wayward pass out to the right-hand side by Nuskan. And out now for a Liverpool throw.
Yeah, here we see again Holland just getting the better of Bronze.
Shock.
Ball in. Yeah, as well, but I think it hit 3 players in there.
I need to see a replay of that.
So here we go. The ball comes in. It was
Baltimore who headed it
onto Fisk.
Away, and it hit Fisk's shoulder.
Fair enough. That's not on. Fisk didn't head it.
Great defending from Sonia Baltimore. Bronze, Hamano. Now Buchanan, and she's made a mistake, but she'll get away with it.
Ooh.
Makes up for it there, Kadisha Buchanan, but that is a sloppy one.
Type of touch, and that makes us strike his eyes light up.
Yeah.
And Kiernan fully backed herself to get there, but well recovered.
She very nearly did. Hampton shoves that ball out to Bronze, who heads inside well. That's really good from Bronze to keep that ball in play. Now Guro, fantastic flick into the path of Erin Cuthbert. Magical from Guro right, and Sonia Baltimore now wants to take on Fisk. Bursting into the penalty area, looks to get across and it's blocked. Hamano will get there, tries to keep the move alive. Herbinger needs to get away from Baltimore and does, and now sends that ball down the line. Smith will get there, tries to flick it round Bright, but you cannot fool an old horse with new tricks, but you might.
There's 2 fouls in
there.
there.
Get away from her.
Very smart from Smith. She tries to take Bright on in the foot race, and Bright goes, "I'm not having that." But Smith's not just a quick player, as she's very strong as well.
In there. Sort of lovely flip, lovely turn,
and the roulette turn to
Erin Cuthbert.
Yeah,
having none of it.
She kind of spins herself into Cuthbert and forces Cuthbert to bring her down.
Yeah.
But very good play from Smith once again, and Liverpool causing issues.
You know you're going to win a free kick if you roulette spin across the path of Erin Cuthbert. She's not having that.
No. You could roulette spin 10 yards away from her if you find a way to take you out.
Hervinger whips into the box. That's an easy claim for Hampton.
I think the free kicks are set pieces.
Now they look to go quickly. It's a long throw that could have found Carnegie, but it's great from Evans to jump on it.
Anticipated that superbly.
Matthews. Because Hines was nowhere.
And if she gets it wrong, Carnegie.
Ball in from Evans, and that is a good claim from Hannah Hampton.
Yeah. I can't believe we've not even had half an hour of football in this game.
No, it's been a energised encounter so far.
Liverpool making it very difficult for Chelsea to play the way they want to, really.
Buchanan. Bright. Guro Wrighton nods it up well, tries to flick it towards Hermano, but can't. Now Cuthbert resists the press well. Baltimore to Bright. Bright now switching it to Bronze. It's a poor pass, but it's handed back to her by Hines. Bronze and Hines just having a game of who can make more little errors. They're not huge. It's just like a missed interception or a misplaced pass. Nice give and go between Baltimore and Ramirez. Ramirez was found. That should be a card when it comes back. Ball into the box. And Carnegie to the back post. Brilliant save from Laws. And she pushes it, I think, up into Carnegie. But is that out for a goal kick or corner? I think Carnegie was off the pitch before it hit her.
Potentially.
And Laws goes down.
I think this was made more difficult by Carnegie because Hermano actually gets a touch on it. I think she doesn't nowhere near it. Just skids on in the rain.
No, that Conrad was off the pitch before it hits us. So that should be a corner. But that should be a yellow card for Bonner.
Oh, just bounced up there. But that's a big save from Laws.
Great ball from Guro. It's just a really difficult angle here for Conrad. Yeah. If Hermano makes contact, it's a goal.
Yeah. Just skids on. It's very wet. It's absolutely chucking it down on Merseyside. But yeah, crucial touch.
If I don't see a Jenna Bonner yellow card, I'm asking the FA what's happened there. Nowhere near the ball. Just took out Ramirez.
So Laws down. A chance for both teams to go again, really.
Well, we've got a moment. Mick Ejo asks, any word on if Kerr will be back this season? If so, who's she replacing? There was a rumour she'll be back for the November internationals. I think it's more likely now to be after the winter break. But yeah, she is supposed to be back by the new year. So that is exciting. Hopefully we see Sam Kerr. Won't be too long before we see Sam Kerr again. In terms of who she'll replace, it's not really a matter of replacing. It would just be interesting to see who plays what games and how they handle that rotation because Ramirez wants minutes up front, Beaver Jones wants minutes up front, and so does Sam Kerr. So how do you handle that? And with the imminent return of Mia Fischel as well, of course, it's going to be tough. But obviously Beaver Jones can also play on the right wing. We've got Kat Macario to consider and where she's going to play. You've got obviously Sam Kerr who has to play through the middle really. And Ramirez who does. So you think they'll be prioritised for strikers, and Fischel's also a out-and-out striker. It's
one of those where, as you say, Aggie Beaver Jones can play across anywhere the front three, and Sam Kerr, once she is back, it will be limited minutes. You don't want to. She won't be thrown back into playing 90 minutes. 1-2 games a week. So it will be managed. There will be plenty of minutes to go around, and B, realistically, Sam Kerr won't take the bulk of those minutes.
I think the ideal world is that she's able to get some sort of cameo appearances in before Christmas if she's in a position to do that. In last 20 minutes of a Champions League game that doesn't really matter because Chelsea are already through.
Get on the pitch for a minute.
Well, exactly.
Make us cheer.
Anything. Yeah, that is true. Anything like that in December would be nice, with the view then of her potentially starting the FA Cup game in January.
Yeah,
could be something. But we'll see. Carnegie wins the ball out the pitch. It's caught, and that should be a Chelsea free kick, and it will be.
Evans got that horribly wrong.
And that is a yellow card, I was going to say. Ref being somewhat lenient on her use of the cards in this game, considering the number of fouls the Liverpool back three have made. But there,
Evans makes an error and then panics to make up for it and ends up standing on the foot of Carnereid, and an easy yellow card for the referee to give out. And a chance now, and that's sometimes what breaks in the game can do, because I don't think Liverpool really would have benefited from the game stopping.
Chelsea fan says Chelsea need a goal soon before half time. Well, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? But football's a long game.
It is.
And to be fair, Liverpool, while they posed a threat in the opening few minutes, haven't really.
Still 12 minutes.
Ball in from Brighton, and that is flicked over the bar well by the Liverpool defender. And a chance now. It was Holland in there. I guess she's been everywhere today. Yeah. Chelsea corner now. Yi Chen says, so we might see Sam Kerr on the pitch in the international break. After the international break, Yi Chen, potentially. There were some rumours that she may be involved. Well, the international break is a chance for her to be involved in training a bit more. So we'll see what happens after that. Obviously, November international's coming up, and the weekend of the 30th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ball into the box from Cuthbert. That's headed away in there from Clark. Carnereid now looking to make something happen, and that is headed away. Hermano wants to take on Kiernan. Still on the pitch for Hermano. Now Sondi Baltimore puts it into the box. Ramirez heads on, and that is wide of the mark. And Liverpool annoyed about something.
Well, Liverpool felt that Hermano fouled. Who was it down the corner? They thought Hermano had committed a foul, and I mean, I'm not really sure. They all stopped. Every single Liverpool, and they're lucky to get away with that, because that is rule number 1 of football.
It's Herbing, I think.
That's not a foul.
That's not a foul.
No.
And then she's kept it on accidentally.
Yeah.
And then Ramirez just couldn't quite aim that one goalwards.
Yeah, and Liverpool got away with that one because they all stopped to expect the game to give away a free kick. And
Bronze, Hermano. Back to Nusken and back to Buchanan. Bright into Baltimore. That's a forward pass into Myra Ramirez. Back to Baltimore. Now Cuthbert. Bronze. Nusken. Drives inside. Now Cuthbert. Bright. Baltimore. Nice little flick inside there from Sondi Baltimore, and then goes out wide, and the change of direction is catching out Fisker. Pass inside to Hermano, who flicks it towards Ramirez. It's come off weirdly for Carnereid. Should score. Comes off the crossbar. Guro Wrighton. Blocked. Ramirez scores. Liverpool 0. Chelsea 1. No idea how it didn't go in with the first two efforts, but eventually finds the back of the net. And Chelsea have the lead here. It could have been Carnereid. It could have been Guro Wrighton in the end. It was Myra Ramirez.
Yeah, it was one of those where you felt that was coming. I think the break in play for Laws going down really did not benefit Liverpool. It allowed a chance for Bompastor to get some words in, and it just, the restart of the game has allowed Chelsea to really get on top, and it felt like it's been coming for the last 5 or so minutes, and they do find the breakthrough. It's a well-taken goal, but as you're saying, about 4 players could have put it in the net.
Unlucky from Carnereid. Did you expect her in the form she's in to score? Bonner did brilliantly to block Guro's effort, but it was straight into the path of Ramirez.
Yeah, you can't block a ball back into your penalty area. It's
fortunate in how it came across to Carnereid. Brilliant from Bonner, but straight into the path of Myra Ramirez, who was never going to miss that chance. That's a great strike from Carnereid. It's unlucky it hits the bar.
Guro doesn't really do much wrong, and Bonner just, it's a good block, but at the end of the day, you can't turn the ball back into your penalty area like that.
No.
You've got to block it, but you've got that when you're so close to the byline as well, just knock it, just touch it out for a corner. But I know it's not an easy one to do. Liverpool haven't done much wrong there. But again, it's just that we spoke about this carnage. If you cause carnage in the Liverpool penalty area, it usually ends up in a goal. Because it was just all over, ball smashing around the penalty. No one from in a Liverpool in a red shirt really sorted it out.
Here's Bronze. Finds Carnereid out wide right. Wants to take on Hines. Bronze. Nusken. Here's Sondi Baltimore. Up against Grace Fisk here. puts it on goal and it's saved by Laws. Looked like it's really cross. Ended up being a shot.
Yeah.
Saved well.
Pivotal moments in the game now, because Liverpool got to make sure that they're still in this game by the time we get to half time. Because Chelsea, as we've seen this season, when they get one, they like to get a second, and they like to have those periods of the game where they just score a few goals and kill off the opposition. So they will be hoping to try and cause some issues and just try and hold on, really, if anything.
Yeah. News says just realised Hamano is wearing number 23, the GOAT's number. SMH, I miss her so much. Was that Pernilla Harder? 23, if I remember correctly. Quite bad with shirt numbers. Erin Cuthbert sends that one flying over the bar.
Yeah. Erin Cuthbert's playing rugby.
Well, she was at St Helens today. Forgot what sport we were competing in. Makajo says Chelsea in full caps. That's what we love to see. And News says, speaking of the GOAT, what do you think about Pernilla with her injury records? All of a sudden playing game after game, healthy for Bayern. What could be different? Intensity of system. So if Chelsea's system was a bit more intensive in the press, it's more likely to pick up injuries. That could be a reason.
I feel like just watching Nuska and Ramirez's celebration there with the penguin slide across the wet surface. Is Nuskin just trying to get a celebration with every? Has she got one with every player?
Well, it was Nuskin and Ramirez who did it before, weren't it?
These two just got an iconic celebration link up.
That's what training's been the last few weeks. What different celebrations can we come up with?
Didn't worry about training against Everton. Just thought can't have some new celebrations. Holland down for.
Well, I enjoyed the Erin Cuthbert one, which was definitely not a reference to Leah Williamson, because there's a meme going round of Williamson putting her hand up every time there's a goal scored. It's always hand up for offside. Yeah. And so obviously last week Cuthbert and who she did it? Carneries. They both put their hands up. Apparently it was about a save made in training though, where one of the young goalkeepers saved a Cuthbert shot by just raising her hand and pushing over the bar. Right. So definitely that.
No, yeah. 100%.
And not taking a piss out of Leah Williamson. Would never do that.
No.
But yeah.
Holding back to her feet, which is good to see because she's been brilliant for Liverpool today. And Matt Beard I think he would have been pleased with how they played for the first half an hour. Last 10 minutes, it has just ran away from Liverpool a little bit. Chelsea have had a little bit more control, and as we spoke about, when Chelsea get that control, when they build up that pressure, usually they find the back of the net. Yeah. But if they could, hold on for the next 5 minutes, keep it at 1-0, they're very much still in the game going into the second half.
Yeah, come Liverpool then. Kiernan forced backwards, goes down. It was a soft one, but that is a Liverpool free kick.
Yeah, Cuthbert getting stuck in again and just conceding our foul.
There's a Liverpool in possession. Alex says Hannah Hampton created the celebrations for Sio and Myra. This is a shocker. It's a chance for Chelsea, sorry. Too busy reading chat, and Chelsea have scored.
It's in.
Harry, describe the goal.
I mean, it's an absolute shocker. Liverpool are messing around with it. They lose it, and we've lost it when we've lost 10, 15 yards off her goal line. I think it's caught everyone out, including Guro Wright, the goal scorer.
She's had a good run of goal scoring form. Guro Wrighton looked back to her best in games. This one, well, probably not her best effort, but it's gone in regardless. It's not really. That's just a poor pass from Laws.
It's a shocker.
When she's miles out of her goal, poor from Rachel Laws. She was under pressure from Ramirez, well out of her goal. She tries to pass it to her centre half, ends up picking out Guro Wrighton instead, who finishes it from range. It's a good finish. Disappointing for Liverpool and Laws.
And once again, it is another individual error from Liverpool defensively, which could cost them this season.
And Ramirez putting more pressure on Laws. We'll see if she can get something out of it. Buchanan wins the header.
And Chelsea, once again, competitive game. They've scored 2 goals in 4 minutes, and they've put the opposition in a load of trouble.
Yeah.
So many times this season, these pockets of performance from Chelsea where they find the back of the net and make this game look so comfortable.
Here is Lucy Bronze. Out wide to Carnery. Carnery puts it into the box. That's headed away. Now Buchanan. Bright. Mikejo says Chelsea ready to run away. Chelsea fans celebrating. Alex says Laws should do better. Yeah, that's poor from Rachel Laws. She's not a bad season to be fair, but that is a big error.
But I mean, Liverpool's errors leading to goal stats or slash own goals must they must be through the roof.
Yeah, if you count penalties as well.
Yeah, this season just been as a team. I think they're really good. They've got some very exciting players, and as a unit, as we saw in this game for the first half an hour, as we saw against Man City, they are incredibly strong, especially defensively. But just individual errors have cost them dearly this season. They nearly threw away the game at Tottenham through 2 own goals. Well, 1 own goal and 1 deflected goal. And Laws has just assisted Guro Wrighton for the second one here today. Just, too many mistakes for Liverpool. Mistakes at Crystal Palace, which is why they drew the game. It's one of those. And, I mean, Sofia's just got a yellow card here. Not quite sure what for.
You're cutting to some NWSL action there. Olivia Smith, though, has picked up a yellow card in this game. Clumsy challenge on Bronze.
Clumsy.
I
don't know why I keep calling Sophia. I haven't seen anything like Sophia.
Got Sophia Smith on the mind.
I don't know why.
So Chelsea with a free kick now. Lucy Bronze hobbling, but she'll get through it.
Yeah. I mean, if Chelsea get a third before half time, it will be one of the most it's one of the strangest first halves we've seen this season.
Maker Hamano runs over the ball. Guro Wrighton will put it into the box, looking to cause some confusion here with delaying with a bit of movement. Hasn't worked. Liverpool clear it all.
I don't think Chelsea knew what was going on there, to be honest.
No.
I don't think either side had a clue where that routine was going.
Hampton. Yeah, that's the point, though, isn't it? Create chaos. 3 minutes left then of additional time. And, well, a game that looked really close a matter of 10 minutes ago suddenly looks like Chelsea's to lose. Nuscombe. Buchanan. Big header from Gemma Evans to send it forwards. Bronze sends it back the other way. Carnegie with a crucial touch in there. And that's kicked off by Evans. Bronze throws it long, looking for Ramirez. Crucial interception from Matthews. And I think Liverpool now will be keen to just get in at the break.
Mm-hmm.
But Hervinger. Clark to Laws. Laws makes no mistake in sending this one forwards, but it is won by Bright. Hamano flicks that on towards Guro Wrighton. Chance for Chelsea. Guro is apparently offside, but she misses anyway.
Well, I think there's been a bit of an error. I don't think Guro is offside. I mean, we'll have a look. But I think the linesman has
on by a distance.
Has mistaken, not mistaken Ramirez for Guro, but has been distracted by the running back.
No, good call.
Yeah, fair enough. Wasn't put off by Ramirez, just running in the way.
Right, and was just offside.
Yeah. But yeah, an incredible first half. For both sides, for different reasons. I mean, Liverpool can get a goal, it puts them back in the game.
Now coming forwards here, Kiernan. That is an aggressive attempt to hold on to the ball. She has on a corner.
Well, maybe then, with just over a minute to go, they can try and force a goal.
Yeah, and Chelsea haven't been infallible in their defence this season. Liverpool will be looking to test that once again here.
Yeah, and again, we've spoken about the aerial threat. They've had a few set pieces that really haven't gone to plan to date. If Herbinger can get this one right, they could cause an issue. But that is one at the near post by Millie Bright. Too easy. If you're not going to beat the first player, then what's the point for the corner?
First player was Millie Bright, to be fair. Ball into the box. Franz is bundled down in there, so Hines' effort blocked anyway, but it wouldn't have counted.
No. I mean, I can't describe...
Quite a blatant attempt there to foul Lucy Bronze. It's Clark in there, just shoved over Bronze.
Didn't get to the ball. Created
space behind the back post. Shot blocked anyway by Carnegie.
Yeah, good defending from Carnegie, but as you say, it didn't matter. But yeah, what a weird half of football.
Yeah, indeed. Ball sent long by Hannah Hampton. Header is one in there by Matthews. Chance now for Liverpool. Kiernan tries to keep the move alive. Holland. Here's Hines. Advantage played as Cuthbert commits a foul. That will be pulled back for a free kick.
Yeah, no one for Erin Cuthbert. Erin Cuthbert's very good at running away so that she doesn't get booked, I'll be honest. Because that is her 4th foul of the game.
Yeah.
And she has still avoided a card. But because of the advantage, she's ran 30 yards away from where the free kick is.
But also because they're not huge fouls, they're just little light fouls all over the place.
They are, but they're also consistent.
Yeah.
Of just lumping into people. And if we're going short, try another routine. Is this one going to work? No.
Ball in, and that is claimed easily by Hannah Hampton, and that should see us into the half. And it will indeed. Half time here at the St Helens Stadium. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 2. Goals courtesy of Guro Wrighton and Myra Ramirez as she returns to the starting lineup. It's been a good start for Chelsea. They started slow, then they got the goals. Liverpool will be frustrated in the manner in which they are behind. But ultimately, that is the case. And now Chelsea will be looking to kick on from here.
Yeah, a 45 minutes of 2 halves, really. The first half an hour was a very even contest. And, well, the remaining 15 minutes were all Chelsea. And Matt Beard looks very frustrated because his side were in that game. They were very competitive and they had the measure of Chelsea for the first half an hour. But a 15-minute blast from Chelsea. We're so used to seeing this campaign. Is the reason why they're leading 2-0 at half time.
Yeah, that's something interesting. You mentioned their yellow cards for both teams. Liverpool now have the most yellow cards in the WSL, but the second least fouls per match.
Wow.
That's quite interesting. I don't think it represents any sort of prejudice against Liverpool. I think it's more that a lot of their fouls come in deeper areas and in more crucial moments because a lot of their tackles across the pitch are quite clean. But that was quite interesting.
Well, they're just horrific tackles. So the other option.
No, there's not many. They don't commit any fouls. Just when they do, it tends to be a bad tackle or a last ditch.
Maybe it's inspired by playing in a rugby ground.
Maybe that
take people out.
Could be true. Lucky says the left foot of Wrighton might be more expensive than any diamond. Wow, very true. Gura Wrighton, a magical player. People started to doubt her last season. We never did.
We didn't.
Fantastic footballer.
But the reason she's, it's not just the left foot, it's that mindset as well. And you'd probably want the whole Guro Wrighton rather than just her left foot.
Yeah, fair enough. Alex says, do you think Brighton can compete with Arsenal United for third place? The title is a 2-horse race in my books. I think in all books it is a 2-horse race. I think Brighton were on track to compete for third. I thought their 5-0 loss to Arsenal, on Friday night though was damning. And that has definitely sort of changed my perspective on Brighton.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I'd be intrigued to see. Obviously, they've got Chelsea coming up soon, I think. At the start of December, that'll be a big test. I think they've got a fairly nice game next weekend against Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Going to have a look. Okay. West Ham, similar thing. So yeah, they've got West Ham next weekend.
It's easier.
At the moment, that's probably true. So they should win that, and then they'll be all right. They're still relatively clear of Arsenal, relatively clear of Manchester United. United obviously have games in hand. Will have two games in hand now on Brighton, and they should win this afternoon. But they'll probably lose to Chelsea. So
the thing to remember is that yes, they've started incredibly well, but at the end of the day, if they finish 5th or 6th, that is still a massive improvement.
Yeah.
On what they did last year, and they will take that massively. If they can finish top half in the WSL, I think they'll be very happy with that.
That's a huge achievement. Seeing replay here of that Ramirez goal, then a weird situation that kicked it all off. Carnarvon unlucky not to score. Gura unlucky not to score. Ramirez somewhat lucky to score, and unfortunate was in the right position at the right time. There.
When you own Carnarvon and Wrighton in fantasy WSL, it is quite frustrating.
And when you own Myra Ramirez, it is beautiful to see.
Yeah, but it's really bizarre the way Chelsea are winning games this season in as we talked, the short bursts where they completely flip the game on its head. They did it against Everton. It was 0-0. Then they scored 2 goals in quick succession and killed the game off. They've done the same today in that first half. Very even half up until 30 minutes where Rachel Dawes went down, there's a break in play. Whatever Bompastor said worked like a charm. Chelsea had a little burst of 4 minutes, scored 2 goals, and this game looks completely different. Because as we said, when you look at the result, this looks like Chelsea have played Liverpool off the park and have been brilliant. But to be honest, I don't think they have. This game was very, very even. Liverpool have competed for the majority of the 45 minutes, but Chelsea just do what they do best and just look so sharp coming forward.
Yeah, and the other thing I will say though, in how this game differs to some for Chelsea this season, is that Liverpool haven't really looked like scoring. They've had chances where they've put Chelsea's defence under pressure, but they haven't really looked like scoring. So I think there's a bit of a difference there. Ryzen says, I own all 3. It's a good day. I think they're in reference to Ramirez, having Ramirez, Wrighton and Carnegie. Well, that's a stacked fantasy WSL team, to be fair. Advertia, sorry, mispronouncing that name. Advertia says, odds on Chelsea going 22-0 in the league will never happen in the WSL. No. I could tell you that will never happen. Because if Chelsea were in a position where they had won every other game, they would rest up and try and win the Champions League. Because they'd have already won the league. And in that, they will probably drop points in the last 5 games or so in the season. Yeah. Because if they're in a position where they won every other match, they would have pretty much won the league by April. Then I think they would rest up. And the WSL is a league you can't afford to rest up too heavily in, because you will then drop points. So I just can't see any team ever winning 20
Yes, they've got a perfect record so far, but they haven't played Manchester City. They haven't played Man United. They haven't played Brighton. So... there's still a lot of teams there who can take points
on
off
form.
Chelsea.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went in and won every game between now and Christmas. But as that schedule starts to fill up, as injuries start to take a toll, I think this, there will be complications. This isn't the Liga F. Yeah. You can't play a second string side against most teams and be okay. That's quite frankly the situation. Chelsea want to compete on all fronts this season. There's 2 domestic cup competitions. There's the Champions League. Quite frankly, I can't see how you would be able to win 22 league matches and also compete in those competitions. If Chelsea get knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, or somehow in the group stage, which would be a travesty, if they got knocked out of that, or they got knocked out of the cups, maybe they go 22-0 in the league. But if they've got knocked out of those competitions, I question their quality then to be able to do that. So I just don't see a world in which Chelsea could possibly win 22 games. No. Regardless of the fact that the teams in the league, the other teams in the league, are all very good quality. Yeah. Like Manchester City, for example, like Arsenal when they get a manager. We know now it won't be Nick Custings. He's turned down the role. He'll stay at NYCFC for another season.
I mean, after Friday night, you'd think it's going to be Slagers.
Well, yeah, that was a very convincing victory. I think people will point to the United performance as well, where they were very good, and say that, with the game against Brighton, who were probably one of the best teams in the league this season, based on form, it all points to her taking that role permanently. Juventus on Tuesday night will be a big test. Yes. I think, though, if they win there, then...
It's a must-win, really, if they want to get out of the Champions League group, to be honest.
Yeah, probably now, because of that Bayern game. Yeah. So, going to be
Did Juve... Did Bayern beat Juve?
Juve beat Valerengo, Bayern then beat Juve.
Okay. So, yeah, if they beat Juve, they will go ahead of them, and they lose. So I think it's between those two now. Now Bayern have beaten both Arsenal and Juve. Obviously, I know they've still got to play each other again, so it could all swap around, but you never know.
Erica asked, does Sandy speak Spanish? Nice seeing her with Myra. I have no idea. Potentially, Erica. Sorry, no, I don't know.
Because I don't think so, because Bronzer spoke about having to speak French on the pitch to Sandy and speaking Spanish to Myra. If Sandy Baltimore could speak Spanish, she'd probably speak Spanish to all 3. I don't know.
Possibly.
Baltimore
Maybe she's learnt Spanish.
Maybe.
Or maybe they've all learnt English.
Well, yeah, they are doing that at the same time, but it is obviously, especially with Sandy, who only joined joined this summer. Yeah. Ramirez hasn't had a year, so what's she doing? No. But yeah, it feels like...
She only joined January.
That is true. Yeah, good point.
Late Jan. So,
but yeah, I do think that there's still a long way. There's still a long way to go. Still a lot to be decided. I think Chelsea have looked brilliant. Next Saturday is the big one, isn't it? Really. If Chelsea lose that, then suddenly there will be a lot of questions. If Chelsea win it, then I think once again we're looking at Chelsea being the favourites for the title.
Just seeing some of the Arsenal goals from Friday night again.
They were brilliant. Arsenal were absolutely brilliant on Friday. Absolutely ruthless.
Alex says current Arsenal manager seems good in my opinion. True. I think handling the media has been much better than Eindhoven's ever was. I think tactically they're quite similar, and that's the thing that people will not notice, but it's pretty much the same tactically. It's just the players believe more in themselves. But yeah.
Yeah, it's with Bompastor.
The issue with Idaho was never the tactics.
No.
It was just the fact that he couldn't make the players play for him.
I mean, I think that's what Bompastor and even Gareth Taylor have incredibly, is that I think even with Taylor, perhaps the belief and the man management is stronger than the tactics. You know, just the sheer belief that they will go out there and beat everybody. It can be enough sometimes, and that is proven to be true with Slagers going in and Arsenal just beating teams for fun since.
They're showing highlights here from Man City Tottenham. I don't remember it being this foggy. I've completely forgotten the other evening.
It was quite foggy.
Or they've put... Okay, fair enough. I was going to say, if they put some weird gradient on it.
They had a pyrotechnic show as well before.
Oh, that'll be it then. Smoke. Not fog.
Yeah, and this was only because Shaw scored in 20 seconds, hadn't cleared yet by the time the goal went in.
That is true.
Yeah, City looked good. Chelsea looked brilliant. Arsenal looked like they could be getting back. It's going to be interesting.
I think Arsenal get third now, and it'll be about how sustainable United are, which I don't think they are.
Not convinced by Man United.
Never will be.
We'll watch them later. See what happens. I think it'll be a very good game against Villa.
I don't, because join us later. But
I think it's terrible.
You can't afford to miss it. But I think United at the moment are getting the rub of the green, and if I don't
I
look
think
at
Villa are the opposite of the rub
exactly,
of the green.
And maybe that'll flip, and we'll have a good game. But at the moment, everything seems to just fall for United. I don't think they've played particularly well in a lot of their games this season, yet they're getting away with it. You know, I look at the Arsenal game, and they should have lost that by a convincing margin, and they managed to come away with a point. And I have no idea how.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll be. I think they will miss out on
a mixture of Arsenal's misfortune striking again, and a mixture of United just getting away with it. But it was another game where United shouldn't have got anything, and they did, and that just seems to be what's happening. But the question becomes whether it's sustainable. And I just don't think it is, because I think when they play Chelsea in a few weeks' time, if they play like that and Chelsea keep playing like they are, the ruthless manner in which they are, Chelsea will score a load. Yeah, and that is the problem. United will get punished by other teams in this league.
And I think for Villa as well later, it's one of those where it's for them. I think it's one result. They're one win away from really kickstarting the season. The problem is, if that win doesn't come soon, their season might never get kickstarted.
Yeah,
and then they could be in trouble. Is tonight the night? Join us later.
Well, today's a really important day for the WSL season, because we've got Crystal Palace playing Everton,
huge game,
and Leicester West Ham.
If Everton lose that, I genuinely think they're in massive trouble.
I think they are. I can't see them winning.
They've at least got to play well, or they've got to have a shot. If Brian Thompson, I'm saying number one, go and have a shot. First minute, have a shot.
But yeah, they do need to. They need to try and win today. Everton's going to be tough. Palace, though, if they can win that, I think that puts them in a really good position. They would put themselves on to 8 points, I think.
Yeah. And West Ham, Leicester, I mean, Chelsea not over, it's quite 7 goals.
7 points. What are they on? 4. So yeah, if Palace win today, they'll go joint on points with Tottenham.
And suddenly you've got...
If Leicester are able to beat West Ham, they would go above Tottenham.
Wow.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah.
About where Tottenham are right now.
Definitely so.
Makijo says, French and Spanish are both Latin tongues. It wouldn't be difficult for them to understand each other. That is true.
Yeah, very true.
There will be some crossover there. But
yeah, I do think, just on this game, I think the fact it's 2-0 makes it completely different. Because even if it was still 1-0, then you could argue that if the second half's like the first, Liverpool could nick a goal. But with 2 goals, Chelsea looked to be quite comfortable.
Yeah, indeed. Chessman says, I'm going to Chelsea vs Arsenal game. I will miss the stream, sadly. That is absolutely fine, Chelsea fan. If I had the chance to go Chelsea Arsenal today, I would also be missing the stream. Yeah. So I do not blame you. Enjoy the game. We are going to enjoy the second half of this one. Yeah, hopefully Chelsea, and then we've got Chelsea. That's 3 hours away from now.
Yes.
So yeah, busy day of watching football. And then do join us this evening. Manchester United versus Aston Villa, 6:45 kickoff.
Yeah.
We'll be live from 6:30. So do join us there. Yi Chen asks, will you stream the UWCL games this week? Yes, it is. So Tuesday we're going to be doing a double up of Arsenal Juventus and Man City Hammarby, and then on Wednesday we will be streaming for the first time this season a Chelsea Champions League game.
Yes, we will. Celtic Chelsea. Going to be
It's
interesting.
fallen so we can do it. And
If
then
you want to watch
obviously,
Chelsea absolutely tear apart Celtic.
hopefully.
That's not even yeah, I think the best. If I'd say which one's going to be the best game, it will definitely be Arsenal Juventus. But City Hammarby could be interesting because City were tripped up by Bolton. They could be tripped up by Hammarby.
And they really need to rest if they're going to play.
Yeah, they do.
You know, consider they've got Chelsea on Saturday. So, and then next weekend, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for us, but unfortunately for you guys who may want to watch the stream, we're at Chelsea Man City. Of course, if you're going along, if you see us, feel free to say hi. The Saturday morning is Tottenham Arsenal, so unfortunately that means we won't be able to stream that game either. But I think we are live on Sunday for Everton Liverpool. So any Liverpool fans that are here today, do join us again next Sunday for that one.
That's a big game. Merseyside derby, you want the bragging rights, and with both sides desperately needing points, probably, we don't know yet, but potentially both needing points after this weekend, it could be pretty big.
Well, it could completely change the seasons, because if Liverpool do go on to lose today, but Everton win, then if Everton win against Liverpool, suddenly they're right up there.
Now, the fourth officials just put the board up. Number 22 has come off for number 12, or the other way round, but there weren't any players next to him, so I couldn't tell you which team it's for.
I believe that is for
Chelsea.
Chelsea, because there's a missing player in the huddle, and that is Lawrence coming on for Sonia Baltimore. No, Lucy Bronze.
No, yeah.
22.
Lawrence for bronze. That speaks volumes of where Chelsea's weakness was in that first half.
Yeah, potentially.
Realising they're getting caught too high, and Lawrence coming in.
Or the fact that she kept giving the ball away.
Yeah, and running
That
off.
could be it as well.
Yeah.
So off comes Lucy Bronze. Alex G says United are totally dependent on Grace Clinton. She's also their top scorer. Indeed. And it was noticeable that she couldn't impact the game much when they had her on the left wing, but they put her in attack midfield and suddenly they looked really good and then they scored. So, shock. Their good period of coincided with taking off Ella Toon. Again, huge surprise. Chelsea got us back underway here though at the St Helens Stadium. Liverpool 0. Chelsea 2 at half time. Can Chelsea kick on and get a few more goals in this game, or will Liverpool come back? That is what we will see over the next 45 minutes. Hampton sends that ball forwards. No one for Chelsea able to get on that ball, and that will bounce through to the Liverpool defence.
Big 5 minutes now for the start of this half. If Liverpool can work their way back into the game, could be a very competitive second half. If Chelsea can take control once again, like they did at the end of the first 45, then it could be a good afternoon for the Blues and a tough 45 minutes for Liverpool.
Yeah, fair enough. Ryzen says, looks like they're saving Bronze after that ankle thing too. Yeah, I would play it really safe and make sure she doesn't play next Saturday either, to just really protect that ankle. I think would be a good idea, because up against Lauren Hemp, that ankle could be an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is fair. Surprising though, and I think this will be, and that's something to talk about, is that Ashley Lawrence has come on and not Eve Perisset. Now that could just be that Perisset is due to start against Celtic.
Is she on the bench?
I believe so. I will have a look.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah, she's sat on the bench. Now that could just point towards the fact that Perisset is in line to start against Celtic, and so you don't want to rest, you don't want to use her, but that's a weird one for me.
Especially because you gave Lawrence 90 minutes. I don't know. Did I? Yeah. She kept moving around.
Lawrence played 90 minutes. Yeah.
That was handball
against
Kiernan, but we're going to play on.
Fisk looks to play. Perisset did come on in that game, but a bit of a weird one.
In like left back or like centre half or something random.
Holland. No, I think Perisset did end up going right back at some point.
This is good from Liverpool.
Chance for Kiernan to Smith. It's blocked. Hines takes aim, and that is over the bar. Unfortunately, she cannot continue her
all of Hines' efforts fall onto her right foot.
Yeah.
That's just not what she wants, but good play from Liverpool.
I think one of her ones was right footed last.
Kiernan does well. Smith just kicks the air. That's a big miss from Olivia Smith. Oh my days. But yes, Olivia Smith for Liverpool.
I must have missed Sophia Smith joining Liverpool. Great signing. Can't believe I missed it.
I was deflected. I wonder why Buchanan let that go. I thought it was a dodgy back pass and she's let it go through her legs, but no, it was played through her legs by Hines.
Alex G says, I'm curious if any big club can go in for Clinton next summer. I don't see who is the issue.
To be fair, Man United are. I think Man United are a big club.
United are, yeah. But yeah, I just don't see who. Chelsea, why? What does she offer you that someone like Lauren James doesn't, and she's going to be a fairly expensive signing, being
Arsenal.
homegrown and from United.
Yeah.
Arsenal have got Rosa Kafaji as an attack midfielder
Yeah.
for the future, so you're basically just telling Kafaji you're not going to play much, which is a really stupid idea, but that is something Arsenal might do.
Yeah. City don't need her.
City need someone to play middle midfield.
They do, but
not sure the answer is Grace
No.
Clinton. And United would not sell to rivals, you would think. But this is Man United we're talking about.
Yes.
And then it's the question of, does Clinton want to move outside the WSL? Is she going to get in at Barcelona? Probably not.
Well,
is it then worth going anywhere else?
It's
Lyon, maybe?
It's the question of where will Man United be? Are they going to keep being fourth, or can Mark Skinner get his team to push into the top three? Yeah, they won the FA Cup last year.
Can Sergeant Ratcliffe work out how to sack him? Having a ball in, and that is cleared away, and Chelsea now will look to break. Well, falls again to Herbingham, manages to find Kiernan into the box, and that again is claimed by Hannah Hampton.
I do think that'll be interesting to see where the silverware ends up. Obviously, WSL we know is going to Man United, probably to Man City.
Man United?
No.
United guaranteed.
We know the WSL title is probably going to Manchester City or Chelsea. But where will the FA Cup was on by United last year? Well, Conti Cup was on by Arsenal. Where will all the silverware go this year? I like the fact that we could have different winners again.
Again, a lot will depend on who gets through in the Champions League. I think if Arsenal got knocked out of the Champions League group stage, they will be able to field a stronger team in cups.
Yeah, true.
And probably go for that a bit more aggressively. I don't think City or Chelsea will before the quarterfinal stage now. So they'll probably rotate a little bit more, but they shouldn't have any issues. City, I don't think will win in anything again because they've got too few players. Lawrence.
I think if they were to get knocked out of the Champions League, could they nick, take the Conti Cup or the FA Cup?
Potentially, it depends what they do in January. Because at the moment, if Hasegawa gets injured, they won't win a game. Because they just won't have any defensive midfielders on the
Apart
pitch.
from Everton.
True.
Yeah, good opportunity if Ramirez kicked it into her own foot.
She took the shot and blocked it herself.
Yeah. Talent.
Too good.
But yeah, Liverpool, they've started the second half, pretty well.
Yeah.
We're kind of back to where we were in the first half, where it was quite competitive, quite like basketball type game.
Alex says Celtic should be an easy win for Chelsea, and Sonia can play young guns to give some rest for City. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think that Chelsea being handed a group that is quite kind means they can afford to rest, and the fact Chelsea have good rotation.
Yeah.
Whereas for City, up against Hamby, they've either got to risk losing with a fairly weak side, or they've got to play players like Hasegawa.
They have. I don't know where to back because I think Hamby are pretty decent, but they did lose 9-0 to Barcelona.
Well, that is true.
So where I can't judge how I don't really know where to put Hamby.
But that was full strength Barcelona.
And City
with a vengeance.
Rotated City struggled against Bolton. If rotated City play Hammerby,
I think that's what a lot of people are looking at. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they will rotate. The issue is you can't rotate Hasegawa because they didn't buy anyone to rotate her with.
But is it the problem with the rotation? Because we saw. Because Murphy came on against Tottenham on Friday, looked absolutely brilliant. But also she didn't play the Bolton game.
They've got loads of attackers. We know that.
Yeah.
Well done, Man City. You have loads of attackers, but they have no defensive midfield cover or centre back cover.
That is.
And now no full back cover because Lazel's injured, and she's covering both fullbacks.
Yes.
And centre back. It's just that's the problem.
Alexandri's still got a niggle.
Alexandri covers right back and centre back is now out injured. Miedemar is their only other striker. I mean, Fowler can play there, but is she the level of Miedemar or Shaw? Not really, but she's now out injured.
Guro, right and superb. Baltimore's touch lets her down.
Don't get me wrong, they've been somewhat unfortunate with injuries, but they've got less than Chelsea, I think. When you consider Kerr and Fischel and now Lauren James. So it's certainly less high-profile injuries, and yet City look bare bones. Chelsea, you wouldn't notice. That's the difference for me at the moment.
That is true.
And even if Chelsea had a sudden injury crisis, you would back someone like, I think Wardlaw's gone out on loan now, I was about to say Wardlaw, but even someone like Alejandro Bernabeu who's at the club. That's a third, maybe fourth choice left back.
Yeah.
Now that Baltimore's considered left back. And yet you would think, should be fine to do a job.
That's the other thing. Chelsea have turned one of their attacking options into a different player.
Baltimore, yeah.
Foul throw from Sondy Baltimore there, by the way. So it will go to
Not
Liverpool.
seen that in a while. Millie Bright wins the header. Here's Cuff, but
luckily for Baltimore, they didn't use it.
And that's headed away by Bonner. Matthews to Hines. Hines looking to bring that ball forwards, then finds Smith. Smith on the turn, gets away from Lawrence. Brilliant movement from Smith. Holland puts it into the box, and that is hooked away by Millie Bright. Lawrence under pressure. Kind of read. Chelsea play out that quite well, to be fair. Hannah Hampton, now Bright. Here is Sonia Baltimore. Bright. 15 minutes by the way until we get kick-off for the 2 o'clock game. I can't remember which one that is.
Everton Palace.
Yes, indeed it is. Crystal Palace versus Everton. So we'll
Huge
keep
game.
tabs on that for the first 30 minutes.
Massive game for the bottom of the table. Can Everton score a goal from one of their own players?
That would be a good start. But I think Palace will win that one, personally. I think they've done really well this season.
Well, it depends how Everton are set up.
Probably in a 5-5.
This is brilliant football from Chelsea.
Laid off well by Ramirez. Hamano can't quite turn that into a shooting opportunity. Here come Liverpool then. Herbinger picks out Kiernan, who knocks it past Baltimore. Ball forwards, and Buchanan manages to win it back and then draws the foul from Olivia Smith.
Yeah. It's very much become when Liverpool have the ball, then it's again when Liverpool have the ball, not doing too much with it. When Chelsea have the ball, they're causing issues, and it feels like Chelsea are 1 goal away from just killing this game off completely. And that is a superb ball from Myra Ramirez.
And you think Kana Reid might get there. Hines does really well to poke that out of play for a throw.
Huge tackle from Taylor Hines, because if not, Kana Reid was in.
Indeed she was. On the topic of Kana Reid, fairly quiet game again today. And I know that could have been very different had she scored or had Hamano finished off the chance she created. And so, you could point towards that. But last week, fairly quiet against Everton, fairly quiet against this week. Have the contributions dried up for Kana Reid, or what's going on there?
Potentially, it's been 2 games where
Was it just a purple patch, or is this just a bit of a dry spell?
Yeah, it's hard to say, because I think the Everton game, when your team score 5, you'd expect the right winger to get involved.
But she was pulled off on 56 minutes, something like that, wasn't she?
That is also true. So at that point, it was only 2-0. So, hang on, here we go. Kinnan's got an opportunity. It is very wide and very offside.
Oh yeah, that's probably why she rushed it, but at least could have put the ball in the back of that for confidence.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, when your team have only scored 2 goals and you got the pre-assist for a goal in each of those games, it's not too bad.
That is true. It'd be interesting to see, because I think a lot of people for years now have questioned Kana Reid's lack of contributions. Always been a top player, always been really exciting to watch, but hasn't always, turned that into tangible proof with goals and assists and those contributions. I think we've seen that this season, and the question is now, will that be sustained, or was that just a really good start to the campaign? I'm hoping it's the former. I'm hoping we do see her keep up this rich vein of scoring form. Here's Bright. Good challenge from Clark. Now Smith. Manages to find Herbinger. Good block by Buchanan. Now Kana Reid. Hamano. Not sure why Ramirez just ran away from that pass, but because I get that she was making the run in behind, but then Hamano's pass was played and Ramirez just kept running away from it. Despite the fact that she could have tried to offer some challenge to Bonner there and try to win the ball back. Kiernan brings that down well. Buchanan quick to intercept. Smashed out of play. Yeah,
another good tackle from Buchanan. Chelsea have just dealt. They should look a little bit more stronger defensively since Lawrence has come on. And they come forward again here. Hermano looks to play through Kana Reid, but that has too much on it and will run through the Laws. Yeah, I think Lawrence has just given Chelsea the defensive stability they needed to see out this game. And that ball just isn't sticking for Liverpool at the moment up front. And
Buchanan didn't want to run anymore.
Well, no, but she has to, if she wants Hampton. I guess she was thinking Hampton could pick it up.
True.
Fair enough.
Under pressure at Hampton now. Buchanan. And she's lost it. And a chance now for Liverpool. Kiernan.
Had to get the ball into the box.
Yeah, I was going to say Chelsea have recovered so quickly there. Holland. Hervinger. On the edge, waiting for it. Heads it towards goal, and that is saved well.
It's not a bad header. But realistically, to score a header from the edge of the area, it is going to take quite something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kiernan just took too long to get the ball in there, really. But did eventually get it in there. Yeah, not travelling Hannah Hampton, that one.
Yeah, so Chelsea throwing now.
Still plenty of time if Liverpool want to get back into this game. But Chelsea just look to have steadied the ship. They look to be happy where they are. They look to be somewhat in control of this game.
Under a bit of pressure there. Bright. That's picked off by Fisk. Smith. Nice touch to Herbinger. Nice turn from Herbinger. Cuthbert having none of it. Wins it back. Righton to Carnery. Chelsea look to break. And that is blocked by Taylor Hines and smashed back to a goalkeeper by Kerry Holland.
Yeah, Carnery had to do better there for me to get that ball out to Lawrence. Just took too long, then Hines got in front of her, and by that point, the chance to play the ball was gone.
Yeah. Bonner. Clark. Sends it forwards. Kiernan kicks it into herself and is offside anyway.
Really not going well for Kiernan with the offside calls. And wasn't happy with herself.
I think that's the fourth time she's been caught offside in this game.
I think Chelsea have reacted to it. Rather than keep getting caught out, just to now catch Liverpool out with that long ball, just sit higher. Rather than sit deeper and anticipate the foot chase, sit higher and catch them offside.
Yeah.
Which is much more effective. Brilliant from Herbinger to knock it past Cuthbert. But brilliant from Ramirez to win it back.
Uses her physicality in there and then perhaps overuses it.
Yeah.
She bundles over Herbinger.
Did alright. The first challenge was good. The second one was on the line. The third one just barreled her over. Which is one of those Ramirez things.
The third one was fouling. FL basis note, Annabelle Blanchard for Palace. I assume the crying face after that message means you have her in your fancies OSL team. Or you just really like Blanchard. Let's have a look at the team. Vea is playing. Lovely stuff.
So who have they gone for then?
It's Yanez in goal, then Green, Everett, Vea, Woodham, a pivot of Carto and Lexi Potter, Riley, Gelge, Weirden, and then Stengel.
Hines has a go, caught by Hampton.
So yeah, Mila Gelge.
And Everton, are they sitting in a 5-5?
I'm trying to... Nope.
No?
No, yes.
Yes. What a ball at the top from Hampton into Hermano.
I think it's a 4-5-1. Hermano keeps it alive. Carnery.
Oh. Hermano hits the deck in the penalty area.
She's back on her feet now. Carnery to Lawrence. Please, can somebody put it in the penalty area? How have we gone back to Buchanan and all the way back to Hampton? The Everton side, Brosnan in goal, Holmgard, Van Havermet, Finnegan, I think Sari's at left back again. Hayashi Wheeler pivot, Payne, Ollison, Payne, Snows up front.
Okay. Here's Smith. This is a chance for Liverpool. Here's Matthews.
Matthews bearing it on goal, probably not the player on the position, and that is why.
And probably needs to realise that she could have gone a bit closer. Or past it.
Just panicked.
Yeah, but all my days I'm through on goal. And yeah, wasn't
Alex says we only care about Lexi Potter in the starting 11. That is true. Good to see her starting again. No Brooke Aspin still though. She hasn't been able to force her way back into the side since that red card on the opening day of the season. Which is a shame. I mean, I get why. You're not going to play her if she's...
No, you can see the 4 goals she got sent off.
Everett and Vea are working as a partnership.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, she couldn't have played Chelsea anyway. But, yeah.
There will be questions there, though, because Chelsea will want Aspin to be playing.
True.
Oh, this is good footy for Liverpool.
When Bompastor comes knocking, suddenly Aspin will re-emerge in the lineup. Nuskin driving the ball forwards. Carnery. I thought it was no Liverpool defenders there are. They're just hiding. Hermano takes aim. Saved by Laws.
They're hiding. They had enough.
Nice ball through from Carnery. They're just... The camera hadn't panned to him yet.
Yeah, another sharp game from Arno. Not found the back of the net in this one, though. Can't complain, though. She's scored in the last two. No, she didn't score against Everton. But she looked very sharp in the last two. Got an assist in the Everton game.
Yeah.
And a player who is flourishing with the more minutes she's getting due to the absence of LJ. This Chelsea team's still got Lauren James to come back to it.
Well, that's the frightening prospect, isn't it? At some point this season, Sam Kerr and Lauren James will put on a blue shirt again.
Just turn up. Imagine winning 6-6 without Lauren James and Sam Kerr.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the difference, I think, between Chelsea and City. Is if Chelsea, that's the equivalent of City losing Lauren Hemp and Khadija Shaw. If that happens, City aren't in the title fight anymore. I don't think. We're sure at the end of last season, just having not Shaw in the starting 11.
Yeah, because even if Fowler replaces Shaw, I don't think you've got anyone that replaces Hemp's output.
A Kelly, Fowler, Virgino front three competes with the top level? Probably not. I don't think they'd have got away with the Liverpool result. I don't think they'd have got away with the Villa game, potentially not.
Oh, not sure what Lawrence has done there, and it nearly fashioned into an opportunity for Liverpool. Why are Chelsea just all walking around in the penalty area? I'm not sure what happened there. They think the game's over. What is going on?
Ramirez wins the ball back and we'll just run at them now. Hermano gives it to Lawrence.
Chelsea just jogging.
I'm not really sure what's going on. It feels like the whole pitch has given up.
Yeah, that sequence happened where Lawrence just gave it away in a penalty area, and it was a wide shot that went across the box from Liverpool, and everyone just went, "Oh no, oh well, that chance has happened now."
Buchanan to Lawrence. Back to Buchanan, back to Lawrence. And now they will share the ball, Buchanan and Lawrence, as they play it forward to Nusken. Here's Carnery. Back towards Nusken. Lovely give and go here. Hermano will try and play that towards Guro. Wrighton, fist clears it away towards Wrighton, but it does go past her. Now for a throw.
Yes, I think it was just a throw.
That was a poor choice of pass, I thought, from Hermano. Liverpool change then. Mia Enderby coming on, and that will be to replace Kiernan. Kiernan's had a difficult game.
First half looked good, but I think you can probably say that she would, in the same boat as the overall consensus for Liverpool, which was look good in the first half, second half, not been their game.
Yeah. I think that's a fair summary.
Sorry, well, look good for the look good for the first 30 minutes.
Holds on to that ball well and has conceded a goal kick.
I think Clark's lucky to not give away a
foul or a corner.
Yeah. Ramirez asked the question because she was just thrown on the floor. That's one way to deal with Maya Ramirez.
True. Change coming. And it is Aguilar Jones. The question is, will she come to the right hand side and replace Carnery, or the striker position and replace Maya Ramirez?
That is a very good question, which will be answered in a few minutes. Enderby holds it up. Keats holding it up and loses it. Don't know why she didn't release it to anyone. Has won a throw though. Still 24 to play. You never know in football. But if you were to ask me, is there more chance that Liverpool scored 2 or Chelsea scored 2? I would say Chelsea scored 2.
Yeah. Ball back now with Guro. Cuthbert. Buchanan, now Bright. Buchanan again. Into Carnery. Now Lawrence. Hermano. Lawrence. And here come Chelsea. Looks to find Sonia Bompastor on the overlap. That was an ambitious pass. Didn't have enough on it, and Fist manages to win it back. Laws now sends it forward. Bright wins the initial header. Herbinger heads it on. Here's Enderby. And that is out of play for a Liverpool throw. And that will be the time to bring on Aguilar Jones. And it will be for Joanna Wrighting Carnery.
Yeah, as you say, no contribution for Kyle Reid in this game. Not a bad performance though. And now Aggie Viva Jones will get a 20-minute cameo. Who again would probably expect to see her start against Celtic, which is Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Yeah, Chelsea Wednesday both weeks.
Yeah. Is there still a chance that Liverpool can get back in this game, get something from it, get a goal?
Hamano flicks it towards Aggie Viva Jones. Now Cuthbert. Lawrence. Here is Beaver Jones. Lawrence. Beaver Jones again. Lawrence fouled in there, but Beaver Jones will bring the ball forwards. Nuskin. Lawrence. Now across to Bright. Sonia Bompastor. Finds Ramirez. Now looks to switch the play, trying to find Beaver Jones. And that is out for a corner.
Yeah, Chelsea working it well. But again, it's one of those where it doesn't feel like Chelsea obviously aren't pushing for a third. They're in a decent position as it is. They're not worried about, pushing up, putting more pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool don't really... The problem is, though, Liverpool aren't going for it as well because they know if they go for it, Chelsea will just score loads of goals. So they're trying to find a balance where Liverpool can try and get back in the game while not making it so easy for Chelsea just to drive through them.
Brighton. Hamano. Brighton again. Now Cuthbert takes aim, and that is a good effort, denied only by Rachel Laws tipping over the bar.
Yeah, good routine. We've seen it work once for Chelsea, and it nearly worked again there. Really well played. And it was a good effort from Cuthbert, and Laws has done well here because I think she wrong-footed herself. Still managed to recover though. Just stabilising her balance and tipping it over.
Indeed.
Same routine coming for Chelsea though.
Here is Baltimore now. Ball in towards the back post. No one able to get there, and that's out for a Liverpool goal kick. Not bad though from Chelsea. Nice routines. Neither quite coming up.
I mean, the fact that Liverpool didn't... They saw the first one and then didn't anticipate the second one was probably not great.
Maybe they thought lightning wouldn't strike twice.
Maybe so.
And Crystal Palace have scored in the opening minute against Everton.
Oh dear.
40 seconds. They must have...
Wow.
How?
40 seconds in, 1-0 Palace. Everton in trouble. But what a result that would be for Crystal Palace. Changes are afoot for Liverpool. It is Fisk and Matthews coming off for Daniels and Silcock. So a double change in there for Liverpool. And again, they're trying to play out here, which is very interesting to do.
28 seconds in.
Wow, Everton. Biggest game of your season, and you conceded within 20 seconds.
I think that's India Page Riley, if I'm not mistaken, number 20.
Wow. Worrying.
Yeah.
Worrying for Everton, but a huge result for Crystal Palace.
Ball played around the left-hand side, comes across the box, Rise there at the back post to finish it off.
Wow. Great start then. The Eagles are flying.
They are indeed.
The Toffees are stuck in the mud.
Why? Why in the mud? Why toffees stuck in? I
don't know.
Eagles fly. Toffees don't get stuck in mud though.
Yeah, it's true. What are they stuck in? In trouble.
A sweet shop.
All right.
I don't know.
Cuthbert concedes another free kick. She is confused, and she's in the book.
Been given a yellow card for being confused.
Probably
fair.
That's her 6th foul of the game, I think.
Let's see.
Was this one a foul? She wasn't happy. Oh no, that's not a foul. That's not a foul.
To be fair, it only says 3 fouls.
Oh, that card's not right, I think. Well, that'll be 4 now with the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I have overshot a little bit. 18 minutes then. If Liverpool want to spark a comeback, you feel it's got to happen now, really. And they're going to try a routine of their own from this set piece. That was dreadful.
In opening 2 minutes, opening 3 minutes, Everton had 91% possession. But with the 9%, Palace had a shot and a goal.
Basically, Palace scored in the opening 30 seconds and then Everton knocked the ball around from the kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so. Long ball from Hampton. Chelsea are just in control of this game.
I think it might have been Everton's kick-off. They played backwards and then couldn't play out. So that was...
just wow.
unfortunate for them.
That is worrying. Especially if West Ham can get a result at Leicester later on, Everton could find themselves stranded and alone at the bottom of the table come the end of this game week. Ball had run out there.
That'd be a Chelsea throw. That was kicked away by Holland. Will the ref be strict on it? No. 15 minutes to play. Nuskin flicks that up towards Ramirez. Hamano, now Beaver Jones. Here is Hamano. Now Lawrence. Buchanan. Bright finds Sonia Baltimore. Tries to take on the defender but can't. That is Daniels on now as well. I think you mentioned it, but I'd forgotten it happened.
She is there. She's not in goal, which is Aussie.
A shame, really.
It is a shame. But yeah. 15-minute quality has it's simply quality has prevailed today. Indeed. It was a close game. Chelsea turned on the afterburners, found 2 goals and put the game to bed.
Hampton now. That's headed down. Here's Herbinger. Now Holland forced down by Bright, and that is a Liverpool free kick. The thing is, this game is not completely over. No. Chelsea haven't put a load past Liverpool today. Liverpool just don't look to have any belief they could score. No.
If Liverpool get a goal, they're right back in this with 15 minutes to go.
They just don't. They don't seem to be even trying to come forwards at this rate. At this point. So, Liverpool free kick. With 15 minutes to go. Holland, they're going to try a routine here. Goes into Smith. Smith looking to make something happen.
They've tried a routine comes and stops. From every set piece and none of them have worked.
Lump it in the box.
You're 2-0 down with 15 minutes to play. Just put the ball in the penalty area.
Yeah. They got height.
Yeah. I
know Millie Bright exists, but they do have some height. I think that's been given as a Liverpool corner. Which I'm not really sure. I can't tell you that came off.
I have no idea. I think that's 17 people. 3 people touched it 17 times. Give a corner, doesn't matter.
Herbinger.
There you go. Put it in the box. Not to Millie Bright. Swing it out. Why would you swing it at Millie Bright?
And Baltimore is brought down in there. So that will be a Chelsea free kick after all that.
Yeah.
Marlon Steele's asked how is this still 2-0? Well, Chelsea just haven't been very ruthless today. Unless you mean why Liverpool haven't scored. In which case, they just don't have much quality in attack today. They haven't looked great. They don't have much belief, seemingly, that they could get something. But yeah. Down to Chelsea, just not been ruthless enough. And Liverpool are not a bad side at all, to be fair. They've defended well. Head injury here in midfield. I think that's Matthews. No, sorry, it's Holland. Of course it is. She's everywhere. all the time.
A really good performance from Holland today.
Yeah. She's a classic sort of water carrier midfield. Midfielder, very combative. Does what I like to refer to as the shit stuff. Just gets the
gets
job
stuck
done.
in.
Exactly.
Gets in there. Doesn't no.
There's no tricks and flicks, but she does play well. She probably commits a few too many fouls, but it's not necessarily the worst thing.
But look at Erin Cuthbert.
Ultimately, well, exactly.
One of the best midfielders in the world and kicks lumps out of everyone.
Yeah.
Chelsea pushing forwards here.
Coming forwards. Now Aggie Beaver-Jones puts the ball into the box, right at the back post. And she's kicked that into herself, I think, there.
Kicked it into her own face. It's going to hurt.
She's down holding her face.
Be a sore one.
She's alright.
Cold day like today. Well, it does. It hurts more than the
Any
ball.
other cliches you want to get out? On a cold day like today, that's got to hurt.
Yeah. It might actually be Daniels that kicks it into Wrighton's face.
Although it came off Wrighton's face.
Yeah.
Substitution for Chelsea, and that is Vika Captain and Kat Macario in a double change. Hermano thinks she's coming off.
She is. But I think Sonia just said, stop running. Don't run to come off. Walk. Rest. Don't waste time.
Slow it down, yeah. So Kat Macario on, and I think Captain is on for Cuthbert. So that'll be Macario into attack midfield.
Makes sense. You don't want Cuthbert picking up a silly second yellow or doing anything stupid. And look how happy Vika Captain looks to be on the football pitch.
Yeah, you expect the Captain will probably start Celtic. I hope Macario starts Celtic. I think Beaver-Jones will start Celtic.
Scored her first Chelsea goal against Everton, obviously. Captain.
Oh, right, I thought you were talking about Macario.
No.
Which is also true, that's last season.
Yes.
Was it Everton or Leicester?
No,
now,
Leicester.
yeah.
She came on and within
Blue, looked similar.
Blue.
Here's Niskin. Now it's with Lawrence. Loads of players are on the
blow
ground.
the whistle. There's 2 players down injured.
Is that? I can't see who that is for Liverpool. I think it's Mia Enderby there got caught. And then Lawrence got caught in a challenge. Buchanan has gracefully cleared it out of play. It looks just like the arm there for Enderby. That could be a nasty one. Hopefully she's alright. She is fine. Hallelujah.
Well, after all that, I thought she could do something bad. But no, she's alright.
And change now for Liverpool. I think that is Capox.
Yeah. Not coming on yet, but probably coming on for... Oh, I don't know. Quite a few options, really, because Capox can cover quite a few places.
Probably something on the left side. Here
comes
comes Guro Wrighton for Chelsea, forced backwards, waiting for the overlap of Sonia Baltimore. Who now goes to Vika Captain. Lawrence tries to put the ball into the box, it's blocked and cleared away in there. And now they look to break Enderby. So I'm back by Nuskin. Now Buchanan. Ball down the line. Beaver-Jones will compete for it, cleared away by Hines.
Yeah, Liverpool, they've battled hard today, they've dug deep, and they've done well against a very good Chelsea side. 8 minutes to go. If they could get something now, it would be incredible.
So it's herbing it off, Capox on. So presumably she'll go into midfield, or they're going to a midfield 2.
Yeah, I mean, as you
I
said...
think they might go front 3 then for the last 10 minutes.
Not really herbing his game.
No.
Today.
Hardly a finals once in a Liverpool shirt. Not a particularly bad game, just not one where she's had much of an impact. Capox has come into midfield.
And it doesn't help that
no shape change.
Not on set pieces, they've just decided to try a routine rather than actually let her put the ball into the box.
Yeah.
Kind of nullified a big threat of their own there, Liverpool. Yeah, Chelsea in management mode, as we've seen so many times this season, where they've got ahead for a good burst and then just managed the game right till the very end. A goal now for Liverpool, the next couple of minutes, would put us into a period of doubt for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was going to say
It would
squeaky
be
bum
Chelsea.
time, but
It would be squeaky bum time. Yeah,
would be
Chelsea
squeaky
would
bum
be under the cosh a little. I think that's why they're keen to not concede a goal.
yeah. Set piece here then. Will this go direct into the box, or will they try another routine? Looking at the quartet of players that are in this a semicircle shape, I've moved now. Go on, just swing it in there, Hines. Put the ball into the Chelsea penalty area and try and cause an issue.
It's going down the line.
It's going in.
Oh my god, I swung it in the box. Hampton claims.
No any Liverpool players. And Hampton will fall to the deck and waste no time. A quiet afternoon if you are Hannah Hampton. Has she made a save? I can't. How many shots on target Liverpool had?
4.
4.
Hannah Hampton has made 4 saves.
I guess like her being a header from the edge of the penalty area counts as a save.
Yeah, that was a nice catch. 2 saves inside the box, no diving saves. Has not acted as a sweeper once.
So she's caught the ball 4 times then, it's not diving saves.
Yes. 1 punch, 5 throws, a high claim,
Oh, high
9 recoveries.
Yeah, not being Liverpool have just not tested Hannah Hampton.
Not been a particularly taxing afternoon
No.
for Hannah Hampton. No. Nothing more in Crystal Palace Everton. Palace have had no more shots. Everton had 1. Palace started having some of the ball though.
That's good for Crystal Palace. Lawrence dinks it in to nobody. I don't really know why Daniels has brought that down and then decided to pass it to Captain. But it will be a Liverpool throw. More of an interception from Captain rather than winning the ball back.
It's just somehow come off. That somehow worked. So that's good. But yeah.
A second half that I don't think is going to go down in the history books. We'll remember it. Not for very long though. Unless Sherry Holland is going to inspire Liverpool comeback, which she's not, but she will win a Liverpool free kick.
Yeah, and I think she's going to give a yellow card to Sjoka Nusken as well.
She tried the Aaron Cupper thing of just run away and hope for the best. It didn't work.
She's too tall.
Yeah.
And not intimidating.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't.
She's too friendly.
Too nice. Because rather than walk around looking confused.
Marlon says, I'm surprised we're still winning. Why? Liverpool haven't offered much of a goal threat today, Marlon. Not really looked like scoring. Chelsea probably should have scored more, but overall, it's not been a bad game for Chelsea. It's just not played as well as they normally do, I would say. Almost ruthless.
Yeah. I mean, when your goalkeeper hasn't had to make a diving save, you know it's been a quiet afternoon for your backline. Well, for the goalkeeper, I think the backline's had a... And again, this is the hard thing. It's really hard to judge because for half an hour it was a really close game and it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
The rest of the game, Chelsea have just been much the better side.
For half an hour, I thought we need to get Natalie Vior on because if not, we're going to keep getting outrun. And then Liverpool haven't really done that second half. Chelsea scored 2 goals. It's taken the wind out of Liverpool's sails.
And the Lucy Bronze substitute was probably what has just shored up this game for Chelsea.
Yeah. Again, shock. I have no idea who has the ball, who doesn't have the ball. Liverpool playing for a pen. It's not given. Chelsea will look to break now. Ramirez has touched that on. She's been shoved down the tunnel by Taylor Hines.
Knocked down the 4th official.
Ref says play on.
I'm the 4th official. I'm saying that's a foul. I've been fouled. Yeah.
Give the 4th official a whistle.
It's the 4th official and Bolton will go back to their feet.
No, it's Ramirez.
Sorry, Ramirez. Ramirez is back. 4th official's not recovered. He was barged into by Ramirez.
4th official's gone off injured.
Injured. Can't put the ball out anymore. Yeah. bit scrappy. Last couple of minutes.
Yeah. Not the worst thing though.
No.
Just a little bit scrappy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Millie Bright will take home the Barclays Player of the Match award, and to be honest, that would have been my player. I've been thinking about it. That would have been my player of the match as well.
Bright?
Yeah.
Should well.
Who else are you going to get? I'm struggling to give it to anyone.
I thought Hermano did really well.
Yeah. Ramirez is the obvious one.
Well, she scored a goal. I don't think she's done a whole lot else, and that goal wasn't particularly great. So I fell out of the box, she kicked it in.
Oh, what a day. But yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I would have gone Millie Bright. Chelsea have looked good defensively second half. Well. Second half especially.
Guro. Baltimore. Captain. Now Buchanan. Lawrence. Sends it up the line. Now here comes Ramirez. Beats Gemma Evans for pace. Cuts it back to Captain. Should score. Falls to Beaver Jones. Should score. Does score. Liverpool 0. Chelsea 3. Aggie Beaver Jones adds to Chelsea's tally. Ramirez had really well on the right hand side. Cut it back to Captain. Captain's shot was blocked by Beaver Jones, but Beaver Jones finished it off. And now her and Captain engage in celebration.
And just in case you didn't think the game was over, Beaver Jones goes and seals the deal. Really good performance from Chelsea. Topped off 3-0. Really good football this.
That's why it's on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Just knew it was going to happen.
Ramirez does well.
Just burst around Evans.
Captain shot
should have got her.
Yeah.
Should have scored again. But alas.
Takes the assist.
Indeed she does. Takes an assist away from Myra Ramirez. Just gutting for fantasy sale reasons.
I mean, how Aggie Beaver Jones can take a touch on the edge of the 6-yard box and then just poke it
home. And then poke it home.
He's very interesting. But, yeah, we are now in the 90. Oriane Jean-Francois has come on for Chelsea to replace somebody. I'm not sure who. Guro Aiton. Yeah. Give Guro 4 minutes additional time.
Well, says I'm surprised we're winning because Liverpool beat us twice at their ground. That is true. This is usually a tough place for us to go, but I think Chelsea's, especially under Sonia Bompastor, have looked very formidable against everyone they've played, regardless of where they're at.
Yes.
So I'm not too surprised. Very good showing. Very good showing once again.
I'm just seeing the game out now.
Yeah. So Liverpool building out now from the back. Hines down the line. Buchanan wins it back. He's then fouled. Is that Holland again?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
She doesn't think so.
How's she not a yellow?
I don't know. Buchanan's still on the floor. But I don't think she's injured. I think she's lying down. Yeah, another victory for Sonia Bompastor as Chelsea manager. 6 from 6 in the league. Every single other game has been a win. It's 8 wins from 8 now, I think.
In all comps.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Scary prospect, this Chelsea side.
I mean, even in friendlies, Chelsea have won every match under Bompastor.
Bompastor knows how to win. Especially when you give her one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
Liverpool, they are trying to come forwards here, but Beaver Jones will recover. See it out. Yeah, a game that Chelsea, a needed performance from Chelsea. No silly business, no messing around, no difficult work. A convincing result keeps up pace with Manchester City.
That's what they needed today.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Another 3 points on the board. Keep them ticking over. That's what I was checking. Chelsea won all their games.
Nothing special, but just got the job done.
Yeah, it's a sea of green under Bompastor.
It's incredible. just brilliant for that's
Still 4 games coming up in the month of November.
Arsenal in there, Real Madrid in there.
No, what?
No, in who they've already beaten. Neither of those teams are in their run up till December. No. We are in November. What are we doing?
But the crucial game against Man City next Saturday. United coming the week after, and of course 2 crucial Champions League games against Celtic. Ball through to Beaver Jones, can't quite take it in her stride. That will roll through to Rachel Law.
That's getting lower and lower. Big, huge game, Man City. Man United, Celtic. But they've got to win them. They've got to win them.
That is indeed.
Celtic away, could be a nervy atmosphere.
Scotland's be an atmosphere.
Scotland is a difficult place to go to.
It's far, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite far away.
Fowler. Now Clark. Smith having a drop deep to get involved. Competing well with Orange Jean-Francois in there. And does now get through. Kapox forced inside. One back by Chelsea. Bright wants to drive over the ball. Bompastor is furious because they've waited till Bright's ran off and gone, hang on. Need to stop that happening.
Once in a while, Matt Bid's, I love that camera shot of Bompastor furious. Matt Bid just laughing in the background. He knows his side will well beat today.
Now captain. And that is full time here at the St Helens Stadium. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 3. A big win for the Blues as Bompastor maintains her perfect start to the season as Chelsea manager. It was goals from Ramirez, from Wrighton and from Aggie Beaver-Jones that sealed the win. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. Big win for Chelsea.
I think I called every goal scorer.
Did you? Oh, you said 3-0. That's well done.
I said 3-0.
You said captain? No,
Aggie. It was Aggie, wasn't it?
Oh, well done.
So I went 1-0 at half time and then 2 goals second half. So that's the only slight error. But almost nailed the prediction. Lovely stuff. I think that's a guru anyway.
Watch it back.
While you're there,
hit the subscribe button.
Indeed, do all of that. We are back later this evening, so do join us there. Unless Chelsea get beaten too badly by Arsenal, that Harry physically cannot leave the sofa. So we should be back later. If not, we'll be back tomorrow with our match day 7 review.
We will be here.
We'll be live later. Man United, Aston Villa, do join us there, and then we'll be back tomorrow with our review of all of the action. There'll be 3 streams coming up in the midweek, another stream next weekend. It's all happening. Join us for all of it. But that is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.